Okay. Can you hear the music, Mike?
I can.
Cool. Just making sure. All right. So last time, you got into a fight with a book. A big fucking book that WWE slammed you at one point, summoned some demons, or attempted to until you figured out his trick. Knocked a few of you off over the side, tried to eat Aoul and Lamfifi. Actually did eat you.
Yo,
Kind of. Ate but didn't digest.
started to.
Started to, that's right. Thought that was a cool mechanic, that was fun. Alright. With that said, you did manage to defeat the book. Not exactly by the skin of your teeth, but close. And at the end, I think we just kind of left it off because it was a long fight.
Yeah, we haven't searched up anything.
Cool.
And Fifi, everyone was brought back to consciousness that was
Right.
unconscious.
Fifi looks emaciated and not super happy. Also, Fifi is still mostly unconscious. But Aoul, they brought you back, or they healed you up rather. Everybody else is healed. All right. Well, with that said. All right. What would you all like to do?
So this is like the restricted area. There's like books and stuff around.
You are currently in the restricted area, and there are books in here.
I'm gonna start looking around to see if I can find any of the books that are on that list.
In this room?
Yeah.
Okay, which books have you found so far? Recall?
Calls of Death, the Gay Dragon.
It's not the gay dragon.
How did I write those down?
The gay dragon.
He gay if he wants.
What did you say?
He could be gay if he wants.
It could be.
I think we found 2 of them.
Yeah, we
I
found
thought you had, I thought you had
two.
3.
Yeah, I thought we had 3 or 4.
Oh, did we?
I thought so. What were the titles? So I'll tell you what jumps out at me.
So I think we found the Goals of Death and the
Yeah.
Boy and the Dragon Gay.
Yep.
And there's Encyclopedia Eorzea Volume 1, Thy Would Walk 1,000 Malms, How to Insult Your Foe Clandestinely.
Didn't you get that one?
I thought we got
Yeah, we got the
We got
one
that
for
one?
insulting people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sir Ilberd.
You got the self-help one. Self-help, Ether in, miasma out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Oh,
I
okay.
think 4 then.
Okay, so yeah.
So we don't
4, so you don't
have
have Encyclopedia,
the walking.
the Walking one, and Sir Ilberd. I guess none of those seem like they'd be in the restricted area.
Maybe Sir Ilver is like Voldemort.
But I will look around to see if I can find any of those titles.
Okay. Well, first thing is you can't like reach any of the books from where you're standing. If you recall, you're on a circular platform, and the walls are like 10 phones out from that, from the platform. So you could see like the books around, but you can't necessarily reach them. There are ladders, or there's one ladder that's going around the bottom, but you'd have to walk down to the bottom, climb up the ladder to get there, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop off and feather fall down. And go
Okay.
over to the ladder.
Sure. You see the yeah,
Woodford
sure.
was group stuff, right?
Huh?
The Woodford was group stuff.
Yeah. All of my liquor is group stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so, oh, hi, Will. I think that's Will.
Pink is here.
I thought I went deaf for a moment.
Hiya!
Spirit.
Yeah, that's Kenji. All right. First thing that you see when you get down here is you see the remains of a demon that y'all had slaughtered and got knocked off by one of the pole slaves. Also, there's 2 of them actually. The second one was the one that Sid threw down there with his wand of portals and then dropped something on him through the hole.
That was badass.
Yeah. I can't remember what you dropped on him though.
Was it the pseudopod that I made go crush him?
Yes, that's what it was. It was that. Okay. Yep, that's funny. Okay, so that's kind of on the floor and what's the word I'm looking for here? Not suspended. Whatever. It's suspended in a glob of snot-like glue. Or glue-like snot, one of the two. Hello. Oh, it's Melinda.
Hello.
Okay, hi. I thought you were playing D&D with us.
I didn't agree to that.
No. Okay, so that it's kind of just like suspended there in the snot. And you do find what looks to be a receptacle that would fit the body of the book creature that you fought. Like legs and form, like the torso. And it looks like it slots in there. And there is a crystal all along the bottom of it that looks completely drained of energy. There is the ladder as well. If you'd like to go climbing up that, it does move. It's on a track that goes all the way around the room. If you want to look through the books that are here.
Can I go touch the crystal that's at the base of that thing before?
Yeah,
Famous last
you
words.
just want to touch it.
Yes.
Okay, it's cool to the touch.
But nothing.
You don't sense any magic coming from it anyway, but you are Garlean, so
It's fair. It's a nice looking crystal. Then I will go to the ladder.
okay. It's not exactly like in perfect working order. It looks like it's probably due for some oil, and it probably hasn't been moved in quite some time. But it still moves. It will move.
Okay, I was
It's
gonna say
just-
I'll
it's
try
just
and
like
move it
squeaking.
before I jump on.
Yeah,
but,
you give it a little jiggle, but
There was a librarian that'd be so mad at you right now. Squeaky.
oh yeah.
Well, they're watching Downington Avenue right now, so we're good.
And the staff line.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try and keep my eyes out for these titles if I can.
Roll investigation check.
Do it.
15.
15. Okay. Looking through the books up here, there's a lot of titles that just sound interesting, or they sound like things that maybe you don't want to, that people might not want you looking at. But Famous Last Words is a book that stands out to you. What?
I said nice.
Okay. Another one says A View from the First. And then looking around, you do find a copy, a first edition copy of Sir Ilberd.
I will scoot over and grab that book off the shelf.
Okay.
Oh. Soul's like, oh, I don't know, there's a cage here.
Yeah, basically it's like if you go into Best Buy or something like that, you know how the video games are behind glass? This is more like behind metal, like a crosshatch.
Is there any, like a keyhole nearby or anything like that?
That's better. For a second. Okay.
Now? Yeah. Okay, we can hear you.
Do we still sound terrible?
No, it wasn't you sounding terrible. It was just a steady beep.
You're
Super weird.
Is it gone now?
All good now, as far as I
It
can.
is gone now. But yes,
I have no idea
Spags,
what that was.
Spags is totally right. It was just tinnitus.
Okay. Not sure what that was about, but sorry. And what was the last thing y'all heard? We can go back to that.
Soul was taking the crystal.
Touching the crystal. That was the last thing that you heard?
It didn't. It just felt cold. Didn't seem like magical at all. Got up on the ladder and looked around. I found the book about the with the dude's name, but I don't know how to open the gate that's holding the books in there.
Look at Fifi and make her do it.
What's Sid doing during all this? Jeez.
Right now, I am not looking so hot. Just kind of sitting in the middle of the of the arena. Are there any other people who are really not looking so hot?
It's just the screen. Say that again, please.
I said, are there any other people that are really not looking very hot?
I look hot all the time.
Yeah, I'm looking a little rough. Little rough. Not too bad, but rough.
Ao?
Fucked up.
Yeah, there's
All kinds of dirty blood coming out every which way.
Well, then if we're...
That's what we established before. It's like purple,
Yeah, I love it.
glittery blood.
It's just the way that you said it was funny.
If we're going to take a few minutes,
Yeah.
I will cast Prayer of Healing at 4th level. So anybody within 30 feet will get 4d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
All right, the book gets healed by it and comes back to life.
God
Man.
damn it.
And that's 10 minutes. So if there's any
Yeah.
we do fucks things up during that. I can toss some additional healing on top of that if people are extra hurt.
Traveling light today.
All right. Do you think you'll have enough room here?
That's 25 healing to anybody within 30.
Oh my god.
It's just a Tarrasque.
Yeah, it's just a Tarrasque. At least they didn't spike your foot.
Yeah, that would
Oh,
hurt.
jeez.
Did I kill anything else? No. Just
What was that?
He threw the cat.
the
Oh.
cat has been dethroned. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're looking for a way to open it still. He's healing people. Eul, Kenji, Deus,
Healing.
Omega. Anything you want to do?
Am I close enough to get healed by that, or would I need to?
Yeah, you're within range. It's huge range. It's like what?
Yeah, because it's
100
your
points?
out of combat heal,
yeah.
so it doesn't. Yeah, it's 10 minutes to cast it. So
Basically, you just walk into the range for, when it gets ready to be finished, and then you can walk back out.
Yeah, what I would be doing in this time, I'd be trying to nurse Fifi back with giving her water and stuff. So
Oh, she's stable. She's just.
yeah, but she might be dehydrated, so I'm gonna
That's
water.
fine.
hungry.
It looks like it wasn't so much food and water that she's missing. It was like her ether was being sucked out. Okay, back down you go.
Where's my character sheet?
Then you were at 31 health, but then you just healed 20,
Yeah, 25.
Well, 25.
25.
My real character sheet is now covered in old milk, so this is what I got for now.
I like the mustache.
I know, it looks
thick.
so dumb.
Yeah. I'm the opposite.
I like it.
This is my one time a year when I shave to remind myself why I don't shave.
That's good. It's like Day of Atonement.
Yeah.
During that 10 minutes, then AO is going to cast Aura Vitality to throw another 2d6 healing at 10 people because it lasts one round. I can do it, or 10 rounds. I can do it once per round.
Okay. And you're just nursing Fifi.
Yeah. Until Alex finds the lock.
John says he's currently in a volcano, so he is out of town, I guess.
Oh, okay.
That's a good excuse.
Well, that's why he wasn't in the white
Told
pictures.
us.
He was in the phone.
Yeah, it would have been nice if he told us. I mean, it's only like we have the scheduling chat.
Yeah. So 10 other people can get their 7 hit points.
I'll take it.
7, you said?
Yeah, 7.
If Jimmy runs me, I'd be beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If somebody needs more than the 7, they can take mine because I'm already full.
Yeah, Sid's thing taught me up to full.
Yeah, that's true, because mine can get, it's 1 person per round, so it can double up.
Yeah. So someone else needs to take it.
Yeah, well, you're at, that's not math.
Did
You're
you-
at 56.
Did you use all of the lay on hands ability? Because I get 55 hit points worth of healing. Just to
55.
level times 5.
Okay. I used 40 of it.
Okay, so who needs 15? Oh, Fifi needs it.
Yeah, you have to give it to Fifi.
I'll take another 7 myself.
Oh, Fifi.
From all your administrations, we can say Fifi's at full health, just very tired. Like 3 levels of exhaustion, kind of
Okay,
tired.
so you're at full health. How's
Full health after
Full health.
Yeah.
Help with that.
I mean, we could toss
Exhaustion.
several of those 7s at Sid then to help bolster him back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give myself-
If you said anything, we couldn't hear you.
I'm on push to talk. I was just laughing.
Oh, gotcha.
It's not a disease.
I mean, it sounds like the people who were hurt a lot, and the people who weren't hurt a lot weren't hurt much at all.
They got lucky.
Finally.
Okay, so you're still trying to figure out how to open them?
Yeah, I'd be like trying to like figure out a way, feeling around, trying to find any.
It's a little beyond your wheelhouse, but if you'd like,
Traps.
you can roll an Arcana check. It's just gonna be a little bit tougher for you than it might be for a magic user.
But he's got Jack of all trades.
That's
Oh, does he?
That's a
He's
9.
He's a bard.
So it's minimum 11 on his roll, right? Or
No,
he's
that's that's a
trained
rogue
and
thing. Yeah, he gets half proficiency in any skill that he's not already proficient in.
Okay, so you get a, oh well, that would be on your sheet already.
Yeah.
So what was your total?
9.
Jack of some trades.
I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Stumped.
Yeah. You do notice, however, when you're looking around, or reminded rather, that there are desiccated remains of bodies hanging in gibbets from the ceiling that are just kind of surrounding the circular platform. There's more at the bottom, not just the demons that you were fighting. Kind of like just discarded.
Are they like clothed, or they're just like totally desiccated skeletons?
They are clothed and wearing traditional Charlian garb.
Do traditional Charlian garb have pockets?
Yes.
That's what it's doing.
You're going into people's
Going into
pockets.
pockets. Well, not people if they're just desiccated.
Okay,
corpses.
so are you getting the one? Are you like knocking the people out of the gibbets from the ceiling, or are you
Yes.
just going around
All
the bodies on the
gibbets.
ground?
Oh, I'll go for the bodies on the ground first, then go to the gibbets.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Oh,
check.
heck yeah.
I also put out the fire that was on the tree that grew out of the beanstalk.
Why was it on fire?
I think somebody did some AoE or something like that. I can't remember.
Why do I not? I thought he just died on it.
Well, something else killed him. The tree did some damage, but it wasn't the final blow.
It wasn't
Soul killed it.
Gravity was the final.
Soul
gravity. Yeah, but that wouldn't have started a fire.
I thought something lit the tree on fire. Yeah, well,
I remember like the tree was the second to last hit. Like,
okay. Well, then I'll grab the. I'm gonna harvest the apples off of it.
oh, I know what it was. Your wild magic.
I didn't have a wild magic.
Never mind, it wasn't that then.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I've been rolling. Oh, Brian.
Okay,
Good guess.
what'd you get?
20, not natural.
Not natural. Okay. Going through the pockets, you find a kind of a comically large key, like you find in a video game. Not like massive, but like that big kind of thing.
Too big to like comfortably keep in your pocket.
But you find it in
The
one
pocket.
room.
It's a fantasy game.
He was uncomfortable.
You also find a variety of other things here.
Nicks and naps.
Nicks and knacks.
Okay, good.
So you find coins worth 1,437 gold. Anybody want to write this down?
We don't know enough.
Young Luther must write it down. It's their responsibility.
True. 98 silver
Oh,
and 469 copper.
nice.
It was randomized.
So leave the 400.
Yeah, I leave the 400.
Just take
So
69.
leave a note. Nice.
Alright. There's other things scattered around the ground here as well. But you went in the pockets had that key, they had coins.
And Saul is trying to open a lock, right?
Yeah,
Is it like an actual lock, or is lock?
I haven't found a keyhole, right?
Correct.
It's just like a sort of like a gate over the books that are around on the shelves.
and there are hinges to give the impression that it would open outwards.
So perhaps this might be of assistance. I found this when doing our capitalist duties to make sure we extract all the resources from this area. Perhaps it will be of assistance in getting deeper so we can carry out more of our duties as we loot more of this untapped resource place.
I will slide down the ladder and grab the key.
You now have a key that doesn't look like it will fit anywhere in any of these raids. Perfect. But you can continue investigating, so go ahead and roll an investigation check, see if you can find something.
$17?
17. You're looking for a place to put the key, or what are you looking for?
Yeah, looking for like a place to insert the key or touch the key to, or something like that.
Oops, that is not what I meant to do. Put a memento. Okay. Looking around the bottom, you circle around to the opposite side, and just about opposite to where you saw that crystal contraption, there is a solitary keyhole.
Put the key in.
Okay. It seems to fit. Do you turn it
I do.
left or right?
Right?
Wait!
Oh.
I checked for traps.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Yeah. Well, I have advantage. Oh,
Would you
good.
be able to take a short rest during this period of time?
Short rest is fine.
Cool. I'll use some conductors.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna clean my gel.
22. 22 for trap finding on the lone keyhole.
What about those, Jimmy?
Some of the tree fruit are magical,
Right.
but they're randomized
Yeah.
potions, so do something for.
I just didn't know if you were asking me to do something about it.
Basically, I'm grabbing the fruits, but I don't know what they do.
Got it.
Or rather, I won't know what they do.
Okay.
Sorry, it's 20, but not an
Okay.
unnatural 20.
You don't think it's trapped.
Okay, we can proceed.
So are you turning it to the right?
Yes.
Okay. Doesn't appear to turn to the right.
Turn to the left.
That works.
Nice.
As soon as you do that, you just hear a clicking sound. It's like the emergency release kind of thing, and all of the cages swing open.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. And he was exactly what I needed.
Well, what is in these cages?
Knowledge.
Lots of books.
Oh.
And money.
Oh.
So
Cages, money.
the strange thing is you didn't really hear a click sound like an undoing of a lock. You kind of heard just a small humming sound. And when you look at the cages themselves, there are no latches. So whatever was holding them in place might have been maybe a magical seal,
Interesting. Okay.
and this was like an emergency release.
Very cool. I'm gonna go and try and grab that book.
Sir Elbert?
Yes.
You don't want the other two?
Well, I haven't found those two yet, right?
Well, I told you two other books. So there was Famous Last Words,
Oh, those are in this area too.
Well, yeah, the books that you saw here. So they weren't on your list. One's called Famous
Oh,
Last Words.
jeez, okay.
Another one was called A View from the First. And then Sir Ilbert. Those are the ones that stood out to you.
We'll grab them all.
Okay.
That is the answer.
Write them down.
I'd like to quickly sort of scan the books. Is there anything that looks like it's on magic or magical theory?
You're going to be a little bit more specific.
The first thing, I want to get a gift for Fifi.
Okay.
So this is the first thing that looks like
Welcome to
something Fifi would like.
consciousness.
Yeah.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah. Oh boy. 6.
That didn't roll, it spun in place.
Oh my god.
You
Four
just rolled
again.
the same thing twice.
Do you actually want to roll it? Okay.
No. It was a 6. It's
Okay.
Like it tumbled through the air, but it landed and,
And
then just
spun.
rotated. It was weird.
You look around and you find a book that sounds like it might be about magic. And it goes...
This might be about magic.
Well, no.
There's something about magic.
Yes, colon.
No, it says, make your worries disappear.
Yes, exactly. I get it. And I'll go over to Deus and Fifi, waiting for her to awaken.
Okay. She's probably not going to awaken for a while. She's got the equivalent of 3 levels of exhaustion right now. She's exhausted. Or unconscious, rather.
And
Conscious, or alive, but unconscious. What about everybody else?
What was the third book of Famous Last Words? Sir...
Sir Ilbert
Sir Ilbert.
and A View from the First.
Are the imps doing anything?
Well, you can't see them from where you are.
They weren't. They're not visible from that area.
They were in a different room.
They were in a room behind you, behind this. Like, you walk some distance to get in here from where
Okay,
they
so
were.
they were, okay. Yeah. Never mind then.
That's right, we gotta catch it.
no, you don't.
I guess I'll investigate the book, the big book.
Yeah.
Okay.
I turned you into a frog.
What are you investigating? Like, what are you trying to learn from it? Or are you checking its pockets?
Checking his pockets, mainly.
Sorry, checking what's pockets.
The book.
The book monster?
Oh. Yeah.
well-
Well, doing that, I want to read the big book.
It has no words in it.
Like,
I mean,
Are the
it
pictures?
looks like scribbles. It's not actually words. It looks like it was built. It was built not to be read, but for a purpose. But what you can find inside is you find a tree growing out of it. So it's a little bit heavy to move. It's a metal book. It has no pockets that you can tell. The only pocket that you can conceivably call such a thing is the center cavity that Fifi and Aoul were stuck in, which has been burst open.
Is there any kind of I don't know, any kind of device or any kind of thing that looks like it might have been giving it sentience?
That's something you can roll an investigation check for, sure.
I think I found its charging station.
got a USB-C.
I got a portable charge.
17.
Okay, sure. It's very difficult to move it. As I mentioned, it has a tree growing out of it. But like lifting it slightly or kind of turning it a bit, you can see that on its back there is a flat but large crystal device, which appears to have no magical energy left in it, no ether in it whatsoever. But it looks like it was something that was added to the book, maybe as a power source.
Batteries are dead.
What does that say?
On our OneDrive.
Yeah, OneDrive. Stupid.
Yeah, I hate OneDrive too.
Kevin, could you come here and help me take this?
What are we taking? A tree?
No, the crystal on the back of the book.
It's kind of hard to reach, Professor.
Well, if anybody could do it, Kevin, I know you got the strength to do it.
Oh, well, when you put it that way, he just kind of flexes a little bit, and he walks over. He's like, let's see here. I've had to take stumps out of the yard before. I got an idea. Gonna roll a strength check. Kevin pulls on the tree and it bends and bends and bends until it just snaps. And yes, you can hear that AO. The tree just kind of snaps, and he's like, well, that kind of hurt, and he just throws it off to the side, but then he lifts the book off of the rest of the tree stump and just kind of places it on the floor next to you with its back facing up.
I'll spend time trying to take the crystal out.
Okay. It looks like it was installed with like a metal brace to keep it in there. So you might need some assistance or some tools to remove it.
Deus,
Yes, Professor.
you have anything that could help maybe unfasten this?
Yeah, I got my tools with me. I can take a look and see. I guess I'll go through my pack and pull out some pliers and some like chisels and stuff to kind of pry it out.
Okay. So crystal is kind of set into the book, and it's mostly flat, but it has like a slight arch to it, so it sticks out. But it's got a brace all the way around the outside, and you figure out, oh, well, this is easy, and you have to pop off the brace, but then there's like some latching mechanisms, basically screws that are holding the rest of it in once you get that off. And eventually you do, and you're able to take it. It's larger. It's larger than you thought it might be. Like it was deeper into the book than the initial impression would have given you. So it ends up being about like 3 foams by 2 foams, and then like the part that was flat was on the back, but it's like much deeper, like an iceberg basically. But you pull that out, and again, it's a large crystal. Looks very cool. It's clearly very old and has no ether left in it.
Wow, this is pretty cool, Professor. Is that what you wanted, this whole thing?
It might come in handy for a couple of ideas.
Is the crystal bigger than Cosette and Int?
Might be. 3 feet high, 2 feet wide.
Yeah.
Definitely
Okay.
lighter
That
than
is-
they are, but about,
Oh,
about the height of. Definitely bigger than AO.
Definitely lighter than Cassette with her armor.
I feel like one of you two should carry it for comedic effect.
Yeah. It does
Carry
feel lighter than it should for that size.
Just I can carry it. What is she carrying?
Set over the tree.
The big rock.
There's
Giant crystal we dug out of the back of the book.
That's right.
Yes, she can carry it.
Okay.
I think.
Did you go back up to the book one yet? Or are you still just like looking at books?
Looking at books, I think.
Or,
Because I would assume I wouldn't have had time to like look at everything at that point.
no, no.
So yeah, I think Sol would still be looking.
I will say that your cursory look, you don't find the other 2 books that were on Rowena's list in here.
Is there anything that sort of catches my eye relating to men with masks or anything like that?
Roll investigation check.
Ah. Oh, you've all been so unlucky so far. Oh. That's fine. 17?
Oh.
Okay. You find one book that the words on it don't really stand out to you. I mean, they will maybe in a moment, but you find an engraving on the spine that looks very much like this, or at least an approximation of it.
I look around to see if anybody's watching me.
Is anybody watching Soul? He's down below, y'all, except for Inti is
I'm
below.
mourning a tree.
Okay. I'll even one. Evening.
I did not see him.
Because you're helping Sid, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just try and slyly put it into my bag.
Are you watching Soul?
With Fifi? How?
Or did you say you ran up to Phoebe to have the book ready?
Yes.
Okay, so you're alone down there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just... I'm not going to open it or look in it, but I'm just going to put it in my bag for later.
The title of the book is Those Without Shadow, Asians Through the Ages. What?
I like it.
Nice.
Asians
Ascians.
through the ages.
Yes. It literally means without shadow. In case you were wondering.
Very cool.
You didn't know that? Okay. So, anything else you're doing down here?
Is there any seating in the area?
Seating?
Seating, yeah.
No.
Then I'll probably just go back to the platform to sit down and start reading my tome of, what is that?
Leadership and influence?
Yes, that's what it's
Tome of talk good.
Yeah, make people believe.
Kenji, you haven't done anything yet. Are you up to anything up here?
Not exactly my scene. I think I'm just kind of hanging out, having a victory drink with, my main village man. What's Eric's character's name?
Tavi?
Tavi. My main village man, Tavi.
Okay. Are you gonna sit next to them and read while they're drinking?
I'll see why not.
All right. So 2 Garleans and an Aura samurai walk into a library.
Yeah.
Only one of them can read.
But which one? All right. Okay. So Phoebe is probably gonna be out of it for a while. But you picked up the book. Did you write down the title of the book?
How to disappear completely? That's what it is.
How to disappear your problems?
Make your
That's
problems.
fun.
How to make your problems.
I'm gonna say it's how to disappear completely.
Okay, sure.
Great song.
And it's not. Yeah. See. The
It sounds like something Chadson would sell.
How do I make a Radiohead pun out of that? I don't know.
Yes!
But I like Radiohead. Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Good.
Tom Moore.
Yeah. In like an hour, I'm gonna think of it.
Yes.
I'm gonna sit here and
Well, no, make that reference and be like,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
sit
you
here
thought.
and mull
It's
for.
right in. Okay. What happened?
I just gotta work it out.
Yeah.
Tell him to fuck off.
Oh, I will.
Shit.
Did you get working?
I probably did.
No, I just, I'm now gonna have Karma Police stuck in my head because of Sid. All right. So, you're mourning a tree.
That tree also disappears an hour after it was created.
I don't know if it's been an hour yet. Well, it suffered before it disappears.
Yes. Yes, it did.
Oh, you're welcome, Awu. I got the tree that attacked you.
Turn Kevin into a cricket.
A tree. No.
All right. So Deus, you've wrested the crystal from the book and given that to Cassette to hold. Everybody seems to be finishing up in here. Does anybody have anything in particular they want to do?
Are there any additional rooms to this one?
To
Or
here?
Connected to
The
this
room
one?
that you're in, it seems to be like the central room of the library, or at least of the restricted section. There's nothing connected to this except for the room you came from.
And is there any books that appear like, oh, this one in particular is arranged differently than the others?
No. Did you tell anybody about what you saw down below, like the machinery or any of that? Okay.
We will never know.
Doesn't mean much to me.
Okay. Is anybody else doing any exploring in this room, either on the platform or below, or are you leaving?
There's no more unlooted gibbets, are there?
You haven't gotten into the gibbets yet.
Oh, I haven't. I thought I went. Oh,
It's
okay.
like the low-hanging fruit. Oh,
All right, Fifi. I'll leave this for you. But yeah, I gotta take care of something. I have to go loot some gibbets.
Okay. Well, they are hanging from the ceiling.
I'm good at climbing.
I mean, what are you going to climb to get there? They're hanging from the ceiling.
Fine. Oh, I thought I had to
How much
climb.
do you weigh? Not a lot.
Not a lot, but can I fly? I might be able to.
I mean, I can carry you if you don't weigh a ton, being that you're a tiny person.
Yes.
Couldn't Kevin just use his boots?
Because I can jump up there.
Say that
too.
again,
I'm
Kenji?
worried about her.
Couldn't Kevin just use his boots?
Do we? I don't
Backpack.
know.
Oh,
I mean, they're boots though.
They are functionally equivalent to the boots of flying, but it is a backpack apparatus.
Oh, how
I
high are
always
they?
pictured it as being like from the back, but like braces that go to the feet, and then the feet like rocketing.
It's kind of like a backpack with thrusters on the
I
bottom.
get it now, but I always pictured it the other way.
Right? Backpack thruster.
It was, yeah. The John was always flavored in his rocket boots.
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's at level 17. How high are they?
Probably about 15 fulms above the platform.
Oh, shoot. I cast jump on myself with 3 chocolate charges, and I jump.
Okay. You grab onto one of the gibbets.
Yes. What's... I'm just looking around. I'm just like monkey bars.
Okay, it's a locked cage,
How big, like...
and it's now like shaking.
But, like, how big are the holes?
Like like the distance between the bars.
Yeah, can
like
rodents get in?
maybe a foot, fulm and a half.
I will use acrobatics to squeeze.
Okay.
Can I? Can I try?
I'm trying to picture whether or not your head is too big.
If you said it was a foot and a half wide,
Yeah.
then
I guess that.
And,
would-
if that crystal is
it's
2
like
feet wide, and
it's like
wider
wide
than us.
enough for them to have their legs hanging out of it, kind of thing. But yeah. All right,
nibbly
you can
monk
roll
and all.
athletics to try to get in there.
Yes.
You get stuck.
All right. I got stuck.
Awesome.
Okay. I guess I'm stuck in the gibbet.
Why did you say it's okay?
He looked at me and said, I'm sorry.
I yelled. I'm sorry. I know. I don't want to disturb anyone.
Oh,
and
yelling.
I got excited because I
fly
rolled
up
a
and
1.
grab a leg and just try to pull him out of there.
Push me back in. Push me
Okay,
in.
I'm gonna try to push in.
Roll a strength check.
My best thing, pushing into a suspended pendulous.
Or this could be
object.
athletics if you want.
I'll take that 2 minus 1 to 1.
Okay.
You're stuck too.
No, but you haven't budged.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, like the physics of that, even if I'm flying, isn't gonna push
No, it's not
something
gonna push
in.
it.
No.
Oh no. Well, I'm stuck. I can see in. Like what?
Bam! Cast reduce person.
You get smaller, and you now fit right in.
Okay. What's in the gibbet?
You.
Yeah.
You and it looks like the remains of an Elysian in Charlian robes.
Cool. Those have pockets.
They do have pockets. It's not exactly a skeleton, but it's not far off. There is like skin still on it that for some reason seems to have been preserved as if it was freeze dried. Yeah. But like everything is sunken. Like all the skin is sunken in. The bones even look to be as if they were shrunken.
So it's fair game as far as looter rights go, right?
Yes.
This is the cats in law of looters' rights. All right.
All right.
Pockets.
You do find another book. The book is titled Great Google Library Operation Measures.
Oh. I wish we had that earlier.
Probably. You also find in the pockets, you find a silver medallion set with amethyst and pink pearls.
Oh, silver medallion.
And on the finger, you find a +2 ring of protection.
Not that game.
Oh.
Last but not least, you do find an arcane scroll of Tasha's hideous laughter and detect secret doors.
I have on BG3.
To scroll of Tasha and was it
Detect secret doors.
Detect.
I'll use it in here.
Okay. Oh, good.
Nice.
And then no other. This guy was alone with his books and rings
In this gibbet,
in this gibbet. Oh, there's multiple gibbets.
there's 7.
7. Okay. Well, I'm small and I'm really good at jumping, so I'm just gonna.
I'm just going to say that you're jumping between them. So if you're going to loot everything,
Looted it all.
the rest of them don't really have anything in particular special with them. Here's what you find. You find a fine steel chime set with blue sapphires and rich purple corundums.
Fine steel
chime set,
Chime set.
with sapphire and corundum. You find a lacquered wooden chalice engraved with floral vines.
Floral chalice.
Okay. You find a wooden scepter inlaid with a filigree of electrum, and it seems to be in. It's like one of those walking sticks that the aristocrats would use back in the day, except this seems to have the family crest. Is what the filigree is.
Stupid. Engraved with electrum.
The family crest is of a large being wearing flowing robes and holding a ewer out that seems to be pouring water.
Okay. And Int doesn't recognize this at all. Does it look like it's
Roll a religion
Ishgardian? Oh shoot. Well, 7, 9.
Doesn't stand out to you. Might to somebody else.
Okay.
You also found some other scrolls.
More scrolls.
So, scroll of Detect Undead,
Detect undead.
Daylight, and Sunbeam.
Oh, those are good.
You find divine scrolls of Silence and Windwall. A potion of Bear's Endurance.
Potion of bears.
A potion of Blur.
Potion of blurs.
Potion of blur.
Yeah, when you drink it, you just get to like write little captions.
Just right in the back of everything.
It's like a tiny little localized
You're
skywrite.
really good at summarizing everything in 40 words or less.
You get 2 potions of Superior Healing
Super healing.
and 1 potion of Enlarged Person.
And
You should just drink it now to cancel out what AOE.
I'm stuck again.
And then I cancel the concentration on my spell, then he grows even further.
Oh no!
That worked.
You might make the gibbet into a cheese grater on you.
Oh my gosh. That's it.
All right, that's all the items that you found
Potion.
here.
Oh, can I retroactively say that for all the skeletons I found, the first guy with all the magic stuff, I leave my card.
Yeah.
Just in case he becomes a lich or something.
Sure. Okay.
I'm gonna think ahead.
You leave your calling card.
Yeah.
You want him to know who stole from you.
I want him to know. It's a good way. It's a way to
You ever played the
it's cultural.
Dungeon Keeper computer game?
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah. Chats and Ink funds Dungeon
Oh,
Keeper.
of course.
All right, so Cassette and Tavi, since Tavi's now on,
They franchise.
are the 2 of you doing anything in this room? You all are still in the room where you killed the big book monster, by the way.
I'm just jumping in, so I don't have enough info to really say much at the moment.
Somebody call me real quick.
I did.
Okay. Cassette, you were muted.
Yep. I'm just carrying the sparkly stone and waiting for directions on what to do with it.
Okay, so you're just carrying it. It's about as large as you are. That's comical. You want somebody to know that.
She's strong.
She is.
She can carry around.
She's like an ant. She can carry 30 times her body weight.
Yeah.
Okay, so seemingly you've exhausted the searching that you want to do in this room. You heading back out?
Oh yeah, I'm dropping out of the gibbet. And is the professor still?
You're still tiny.
Yes. That is part of this. Is the professor still doing his thing?
No, I'm done.
Okay. So little 6-inch tall Int is gonna walk up carrying the giant scepter. Professor, I found this.
A foot and a half tall.
Oh, okay. I'll take it from him and take a look at it.
I think there's some sort of what do you call them? Rich people crest on this. Potential buyers.
Okay, I'll take a look at the crest.
Okay, roll a religion check.
$21.
Hold on one second. Okay, you do recognize this. That is the imagery associated with Thaliak the Scholar.
Huh.
Sorry, guys, I have celiac disease.
This is the iconography of one of the deities here, I think. Cassette, have you seen anything like this?
Would Cassette know anything about?
You're well learned, right? Like you had plenty of schooling. Go
She
ahead
may
and
be
roll. I'm gonna say roll a history check.
history check. Okay, that's a little bit better than religion.
Can I also roll a history check? I'm proficient.
You can, but I don't think you would know what this is.
8.
I just put history there for like random bullshit things I've known over the
You
centuries.
could roll for it. Did you say you got an 8?
Yep.
Okay. It looks familiar to you, but you can't really recall why. What did you get?
16.
All right. At some point during Eul's past, you would have encountered someone from Charlian, or had reason to go to Old Charlian, and there is a massive statue
Called
in
New Charlian when I was there.
It is called Charlian.
There is a massive statue to Thaliak the Scholar in the harbor of Charlian, and that's exactly what this looks like.
So like there's an engraving of that depiction on the scepter.
Correct. It's in like electrum filigree, so it's kind of gold.
Fancy. Well, I recognize that fancy person from when I visited Charlian
Interesting.
centuries ago. A big old statue there in the harbor. It's very pretty.
Was the statue also made of electrum like this?
No, made of marble or stone.
I see.
Decidedly less shiny.
Are the Thaliaks known for hoarding massive amounts of wealth and perhaps needing someone to help them protect it and secure it?
They were very bookish types when I was there. I don't know. They hoard things other than books. This was their library.
I see. Are they known for being very gracious and giving when things are returned to them?
You would have no idea.
Interesting. And this is,
I'm more reserved
Hey.
from not visible areas.
Ew.
I
Ooh.
am dog bark.
Ma'am, sir? Sir, ma'am? Did you say you were in Charlian thousands of years ago?
No, that'd be silly. I said centuries ago.
Oh. Well, wow, you look fantastic. Well,
Thank you.
I haven't met very many Fae, though, have I? You
If
look
it's caused by
great.
some confusion, we technically don't really die of old age.
Or observe normal time.
And time doesn't really work where we're from. So by your standards, we're kind of immortal. We just eventually decide we get bored and go to sleep and then become one with the world that we're from.
Oh, no, okay. I'll let you know. And she kind of scoots closer to Aol if they're kind of like at ground level. She kind of scoots closer. I'll let you know if I see any gray hairs. She thinks he's gonna die from stress.
Well, if you notice any especially gray hairs, I appreciate it, but my hair is already gray to begin with.
No, but gray.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking pepper. She's talking about gray.
Exponential gray.
As my grandpapa says, there are different shades of gray. 50?
Yeah, at least 50 of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. But no, see, like Ao's hair is like the middle-aged woman who dyes her hair silver to just cut
Oh, you
off
just
the
go
dealing
in.
with
You
the
just go
grays.
into it. You lean in.
Love it.
Well,
Thank you.
when you, as you said, traverse time, is it only in one direction, or do you also go back?
I go back home if that's what you're talking about.
Yes, but would you ever have the ability to go back to Charlian hundreds of years ago?
No, it's not. It's not really. It's more like when I'm home in Ilmeg. It's more like time moves at seemingly arbitrary rates. So while it might be a year for me, it's a century for you. Or it
Sometimes
might
the other
be
way around.
Or it might be a century for you, and then it's only a year for me. So it's really kind of all over the place. So
I see.
that's why my knowledge of your world is very eclectic, because the last time I was there might have been 10 minutes ago. The last time I was there before that might have been 3 generations back.
Interesting.
You also don't really have a grasp on how long has actually passed in the main world versus... Yeah, so you say centuries, it might have been years.
Yeah, like unless I'm presented with I was here at this time, and then here's a book that says I was here at that other time.
And slowly puts the money he was going to give you to invest in the past.
Back to the future stuff.
Well, there's always other ways to.
What's the sport? The
Sports almanac.
The ball. Oh yeah, but when we were in Ul'dah, there was a sports team for like the sports of Final Fantasy VI or 7 or
the
something.
freaking Blitzball.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 10.
10. Okay, I don't know. But you hand me a Blitzball scorebook.
Yeah, exactly.
You find some game that the Alligans played 1,000 years ago. I can tell you the score of that.
But no, it's still a technically linear progression of time. It's just I don't know or much care how much of it passes by your perspective.
Cool. No profit in that. Let's turn around. Conversational.
Yep.
Yeah.
But no,
I need to go hide in some gibbets.
Let's see, what you need to do is go to make an investment and then go to the Feywild and then pop back out and see how your investment
In 4 minutes.
I've been waiting for
All right, I'll go
400
back,
years.
come back. And we're now in a communist utopia society where money means
Money doesn't mean anything.
Your worst nightmare.
Oh no.
That's where you came from.
Yeah. That's where we escaped from. Actually, no. Ince liked it back in Cliffside. It's just he came to the real world, heard the world
Well,
capitalism.
nobody
once.
knew anything different.
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
And at the very least, by comparison, Cliffside always knew a certain degree of scarcity compared to what wealth can get you in.
Yeah,
Eorzea
everyone
proper.
was happily poor.
Yeah.
But they didn't know it.
They didn't know.
Okay, so
Except Miss Ma-
are you walking back out of the big fighting room? Because
Yeah,
y'all have been
as much as I like libraries, everybody, I think we might want to start leaving.
Sounds good, Professor. You lead the way, I'll follow.
Indy is playing with a tombstone and putting it up.
I think the baby's singing along with Elmo. I'll listen to it later.
No, the game actually has something called
That's cute.
tombstones. That's like a currency that you could trade in, and basically they're the stand-in for cell phones in some case. Like there's an emote you can get in the game. You type /tombstone, and it just says such and such. Like Davrigal stands there flicking his tombstone like indeterminately or
So
something.
you
like
also
that.
have the housing little thing that's a
Yeah.
tombstone on a charger.
Yeah, it looks like a chart. Yeah, it's really great. I'll take a picture later. Anyway, so that might be one of my favorites that they put out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so as you walk back in the other room where all the imps and the traps were before, the first thing that you notice is it looks like some chains that were on the bookshelves had fallen and set off every single trap. Like one trap got hit, it bounced, set off all the others, like mousetrap. So this floor, which had one path that was safe before, now has every single trap set off.
Shoddy workmanship. Terrible. This is what happens. Who's next? Who's next to Imps?
I don't know. There's no marching order, just say it.
I guess Deus, because you're the closest victim. This is what happens when you invest in poor trap placement skills. Like, you just throwing them random. See, Chadson, we had a whole system. We'd have architects come out, figure things out. We'd have bards go out to the local town, spread rumors to get people scared of it. Because it's not about how many peasants you kill.
Send bards out to send people to test the traps.
No.
Wow.
Well, I mean, yes, well, I mean, we don't do that for everyone, but we need at least one group of random townsfolk to come in so that they can go back and start spreading rumors.
Dungeons.
So it's not so much about the security, but the perception of
It's the
security.
perception
You
of
have
security.
that
See, that's
working for you.
Chadson's
So that's
edge.
the value add.
That's the value add. Chadson's edge. It's about protecting your wealth. See, all these other companies, all they do is just give you all sorts of traps. Chadson, we made sure that you had
all of the chains that were on the
Dungeons,
bookshelves
stunt
had like
actors.
fallen off.
Oh, yes,
And
of
when they hit
course.
the ground, they set off like every trap
like
that was
that.
on the floor.
Like, you have a badge that says monsters won't attack.
Like, it's safe to
Okay, good.
Yeah, trigger every trap. We had special. We hired adventurers to go and try and break into dungeons
Yeah,
just to
they never
see if we
come
could
out.
figure out. Well, you know, if they didn't, we wouldn't pay them.
Yeah, they don't have to pay it.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
It's a win-win. Everyone wins.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like nod and like, oh, yeah.
Chad, it's just like a plumber complaining about the previous plumber. Instance is gonna go off talking. So they put an arrow trap right here next to a fire trap, but that's not gonna work together.
It looks like the reason that the chains fell off of these is because the doors had swung wide open from something.
From what I.
So there's a bunch of other shelves here. But there is something else that you notice, or rather that you don't notice. All of the imps are gone.
They were dead though, right?
No.
No, they were just observing. But there were dozens or more.
Didn't they zap somebody or something like that?
They
No.
tried to. Okay, one imp popped up out of a book and lasered me in the face. Another imp attempted to
That wasn't
swipe.
an imp, that was a living book.
Oh, okay. Misinterpreted. One of the imps tried to
book
swipe
guys.
at me when I flew up to
Okay,
their
that's
shelf,
what I was
but it missed.
Yeah.
Okay. We should have put it in a cage.
No.
Oh, Kevin, you better go back and get Fifi. That's the whole reason why we came.
Oh shoot, we forgot.
Wait,
Just
you
leave
left
her
me
there.
Well, no one said they were carrying
Yeah.
Fifi stuff.
Alright.
Tell Kevin to go
I
back.
got her! And he goes back and he just like throws her over his shoulder.
Let's just let her head popping out of the bag.
Oh god. Alright, so you do have Fifi. Okay, what are you doing in here?
We're getting out of this terrible place, right?
I'm honestly impressed
Terrible?
Terrible place of
that you mortals
free
didn't get
learning.
more tempted by the forbidden knowledge all around you.
No money there.
Nobody is interested in any of the books down here?
Oh, I'm gonna be looking for the other few books that I want.
You want to look at the restricted area? Okay, roll
Just
investigation
remember,
check.
curiosity killed the Kate Sith.
There's an cheat sheet.
Given that,
They don't voice those.
Tomatoes.
They did.
given
What
that,
was
given that Garleans study like magical items and produce magical stuff, would I have any knowledge of
Your screen just dull.
what?
No, we're
Oh,
working.
I thought you were pointing at me.
No.
Um,
we like.
Lit up.
Plugged in.
Nope, it's not plugged in.
Oh my god.
Okay, well that's
Good catch.
Cable's up there. Sorry, say that again, Eric.
Okay. I was just saying, given that Garleans study a lot of magical stuff to build Magitech and whatnot, would I have any knowledge of the existence of books that can improve ability scores? I mean,
You do.
obviously not in that fashion, but just books that can make you stronger or wiser or whatever.
Well, given that Soul has been reading one of them, yes, you do know that they exist.
Wait, I didn't hear that, but okay. So I'm gonna look around to see if I can find books like that.
All right. Go ahead
Improvement.
and give me an investigation check. Say that again.
Self-improvement. Early 200s.
I'm gonna believe that that's actually where it is, since you're the librarian.
Cassette channel the past life and finds all the books.
It's investigation, not perception.
Well, you're looking for a specific book, so it'd be investigating.
I know, I'm just a lot better at perception.
No, that sucks.
17 plus 0.
Nice.
Good roll.
17. Okay, looking through the restricted section, you find a singular shelf with a note written in Draconic. Do you read Draconic?
I do not read Draconic. No.
Okay, well, you do. The books are written in common. The name's on the spine. You're muted because unless that was meant to be silent.
I'll think it discreetly.
Okay. You do find a set of 6 books. You find the Manual of Gainful Exercise.
Oh, wow.
Manual of Quickness of Action.
Oh, wow.
The Manual of Bodily Health. The Tome of Clear Thought. Tome of Understanding.
Ooh.
And the Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Another one.
A second one.
Ooh.
But there is something written in
Okay,
it.
and what do I know about these? Is it like you can only read one of them kind of thing?
I don't think there's a restriction on how many you can read. I just know that it loses its power.
And you can,
For a century.
you can
For
only,
1 century.
And you can only read one per ability.
Well, it's
right?
basically you have to read.
One for each ability. You
Right,
can't
no,
do
you can-
multiple.
Reading the same, like 2 versions of the same book
Doesn't-
twice gives you no.
Right, right. So he couldn't. He can't
Correct.
read 2 of them, or the leadership and influence. Yeah,
Yeah, because basically it increases your
ability by 2.
yeah
And
to a max of 22, allowing you to go over the maximum. And it also permanently increases your maximum. So even if you're like, well, I'm increasing it from 16 to 18, your max is still
right,
now
you can
22.
next level. You can boost it up even more.
Okay. I'll bring the books back to everyone.
Do you bring the note that was written next to it? Or
No,
no?
I guess I'll read the note that's there.
What's the note?
It's
That's
in
the
Draconic.
I'll bring the books and the note.
I read
Okay.
Draconic.
Well, whoever wants to read it.
This looks like Draconic. Anyone able to read this?
Yeah, I could read that for you.
All right, I'll hand it to Kenji.
I saw you say something. I did not
Yeah.
hear you say anything.
Cassette, AO, and Kenji can all read it.
Well, Kenji grabs it at first because he looked like he was a little bit bored. So it specifically says, per the head librarian, these books will be devoid of power for the next 78 years. And it's dated about 250 years ago.
Oh, all right.
That guy was.
And I
investing
relay
long
the
writing
information.
notes, reading them
All right, guys. So it looks like we've got some books that can help out a bit. If no one has an objection, I'm gonna. What's the Dex one called?
It's a full set of the
All
ability
6
score
of them.
books.
And by the way, I also found all these scrolls for whoever might need them.
This is
Can
pretty
you
good
go
find.
over 20 with these? Question mark?
Yes, Will.
Oh my god.
All right.
What did
Well, if no one objects, I'll take the Dex one. I would take the Wisdom one, but I know someone else could use it better, so I'll offer all the other books up to everyone else.
You want it?
Oh, I mean,
Make your case.
I'm better at punching things if I'm better at noticing things I can punch. I'll trade you this potion of bears.
I mean,
for-
so we have 2 characters
Good,
that
put
both
the
use
bears, come on.
wisdom. Both Kenji and Inti use wisdom.
wisdom and dex.
But-
That's what I need.
Kenji does not benefit from Dex nearly as much as Inti does. So then it's a case between Inti and Tabi for the Dex.
Yeah. Or is it- Not everyone can win.
I mean, it doesn't,
I
you
can
don't-
basically only benefit from.
Go ahead, say
Sorry,
again.
what was that?
So,
I can
say-
basically only benefit from strength and wisdom. So if
Do
one
you
of those
want-
is free, cool.
Does
If not, no worries.
Anyone
I'm
else
pretty
need
strong.
charisma?
I'll take that if nobody else
I'll
wants
give it to Kevin. He
Charisma helps AO and Deus. Being that Soul
Doesn't it
already
also
has
help
it.
Kevin?
Not nearly as much as it would help AO and Deus. It's a secondary stat for Kevin, but it's a primary stat for AO and Deus.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could just do this in chat and then keep going.
Yeah, you don't have to do that right now.
Okay.
Figure it out when you're.
So, I mean,
since I got the
Soul has already
Just read the
started reading.
Yeah, I got the one that we got from.
This is from a while ago. Yeah.
No, but I mean,
Soul
so
reads
he.
both just to spite the rest
Spite.
of the group.
Throw it.
No one can be more charismatic than me.
No one. That's how you make sure
Alright,
you're the most charismatic.
Everybody that's here, roll a d20.
Yes.
And tell me which of you gets the highest number.
I got a 7. Oh, I did get a 17.
I got a
I got
16.
17 too.
Oh.
9. Anyone get higher than 17?
Are we all rolling? Sorry.
Yeah, just roll a die.
Now it's me.
14.
Okay, the two of you roll again.
Yeah. 9. As in the number. Oh, snap.
Deus, roll a perception check.
Is it vision based?
Yeah. But it's not something that you would be actively looking for.
So no
Still
goggles.
vision based.
Okay.
So 14.
14. Okay. It was not necessarily a hard check, but you do notice near where Tabby had pulled all those books, there's a little alcove that's almost hidden unless you're looking at it directly on. So it's like from every angle, it just looks like it's a continuation of a shelf, but as soon as you're looking at it dead on, it's a small alcove. Looks like there's a couple of books in there, and it looks like a drawer of some sort.
Oh.
The tome of sassiness.
Hey, Tommy, did you see that? There's like a weird hole if it's like you look at it a certain way. I have some
Oh wow,
questions.
I didn't notice that at all.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go check it out. And go look at the
There
stuff.
are 2 books here, and those books, all of the other chains around here have fallen down, right? This was locked behind the cages that had the chains on it, and these 2 books and this drawer are all chained closed as well.
Oh, this is the forbidden of the forbidden books.
Oh, this is like the most.
This is the most
most
forbidden.
Do they have,
the most forbidden. This is like the weird stuff.
names on the spine.
They do not have names on this.
Oh
one.
my gosh. Black spine.
I'm gonna detect magic on them.
On the books or on the the chains?
I mean, I just cast detect magic and I look at everything.
The books are giving off a lot of magic.
I look at those books and then I look at the attribute books and I compare how much magic.
It's close, but these 2 books seem to be giving off more. It's indeterminate magic. Like normally with detect magic, you could see what kind of school of magic it is. These are kind of just universally strong magic.
How big's the
Wow.
area?
Very small.
There's.
Like basically the size of this, maybe a little bit smaller, but again, it's also visually obscured. Like intentionally visibly obscured.
And these chains, are they
I won't be
locked or like?
It
would be.
there's a lock that if they're locked, you can't see where.
available.
Do they have the do the chains have the appearance of trying to prevent people from like trying to keep the books in or trying to prevent people from taking valuables kind of thing?
Can't let the books
It looks
escape.
like it. I mean, they're kind of the same thing, but it looks like they're built there so that nobody gets into this cubby, except for those who need to.
Oh, wait. Todd,
Those
I might
books
have-
are leaking crazy amount of magic.
The drawer is as well, not the drawer itself, but whatever's in it.
Is the drawer behind the cage too? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a cage. Again, these are
Well, it's
chains.
like the, yeah, chains.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
we have alcove with chained book or
Imagine-
chaining the books
basically
inside.
about half this. Okay.
Right.
And behind.
On top of it, you have 2 books that go right here. Those are right next to each other. Below it, there is just a drawer, a small drawer.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the chains have magic. The books have
The
magic.
chains do not have magic.
Chains don't have
But
magic.
they're- no.
They have very trace amounts, as if they at some point had magic, and they no longer do.
Gotcha. But the books have magic, and there is magic seeming to seep from within the drawer.
Correct.
All right, I'll see if I can.
That you cannot get access to them.
I'll see if I can remove the chains first, just by normal means.
Get yon hacksaw.
Perhaps this might help. I pull up my manual of library activities or whatever it was.
Procedures.
My procedures of library.
Library operation.
Library.
Great Google
ops.
library operation.
Great Goob library ops.
Sure. You flip it open, you go to the index, and there's a lot in this book. Like
Looting.
There's
Trap disarmament.
In the event of
there's,
adventurers.
there's legitimately a map of all of the traps in the library.
Oh my god. Why would they have this? Got this.
Are you Googling how to open the magical chains?
He's Googling.
I'm Googling. Oh, that's okay. Take inspiration.
Okay, thank
I
you.
was gonna say moogling.
Moogling's also good. Yeah. No, there's a lot of things in here. It's got, like I said, it's got a map of all the traps. It has a map of everywhere in the library. Then there's entire sections on how the library actually works. There's another one about the everlasting bibliotaph, which is what you just fought.
Oh,
What were you
what
gonna say?
about the everlasting coffee carafe?
There is a section there about resupplying, or it's under resupplying rather. But there's also about the restricted section, and it says that all of the chains are magically enhanced and can only be opened by the headmaster and one of his seconds.
Okay. Do we know who the headmaster is?
Probably the person you
with
took the book off of.
That's what I thought. Does it say how?
Drag him out of there.
Yeah, does it
Well,
say how?
Again, these, since whoever detected magic, I think it was Tubby, these chains no
And they
longer
no
have
longer
magic.
have that.
Something happened. So,
I mean, does it say that?
So given that the chains,
So there's no traps.
given that the magic on the chains is pretty weak, I'm gonna see if I could just yank them off.
strength check.
I'm gonna encourage Kevin to hit it with a sword.
Be fine sword hitting. So.
Blunt force trauma, or
Strength or athletics?
As much as bludgeoning would. What was that?
Strength or athletics? All right. With athletics, it's a 20, but not natural.
20. Okay. With that, you are able to get a firm hold on the chains. You give it a good tug. You give it a good tug, and it doesn't seem to be budging. And then you put your foot up against one of the shelves that will make any librarian wince as you tug again, and they come out. Like the chains just rip off, and you fall backwards. Like you tugged it with enough that it falls backwards. You've also destroyed part of some of the shelves, and some of the books that were on it have fallen on the floor and just kind of splat there. But you do now have access to the alcove.
X wants me to ask if anyone can cast Mend. He doesn't like looking at the destruction of the library.
Nope.
No. Sorry, X. All right, I'm gonna.
Okay.
Actually, doesn't Sid have mend?
Yes.
He just doesn't want to.
I'm thinking like Millie did. Ao does not.
Yes,
All right.
I did use it on the drawbridge at Dusk Vigil. So yes.
You could probably mend the wall, just not the chains, because that would be silly.
We don't need those chains.
It's the shelves that are broken more than
Yeah,
anything.
those.
I will mend.
Okay, you're fixing them. Are you putting the books that fell out back in?
Well, I'm taking out whatever was in the drawer.
Okay,
You said there was magic from the books, and you said there was something else in there.
absolutely. So are you taking the books also, or just what was in the drawer?
I'll just take everything out to at least glance at it.
Okay. One of the books is almost painful to look at. As soon as you get past the spine. The spines are nondescript. They're very bland and kind of tannish. But as soon as you can see the cover and the backside of the books, one of them is like blinding white. Like giving off a ton of light. It almost hurts to look at. But when you do look at it directly, there are words, or there's lettering that eventually forms words that you can see in gold. It's painful to look at, but the longer you look at it, you can make out the words. Are you going to stare at it or no?
Yes,
Sure.
Okay. This is called the Book of Exalted Deeds. And with that, you take 10 points of radiant damage, and you're considered to be half blinded. I'm just considering that blindness, but assume that it's like you have low light vision in full light, kind of thing. The other book is the exact opposite. you feel like it's pure black, and when you're staring at it, you feel as if you're falling into it, like falling into a deep abyss, a pure blackness. And this is painful mentally to look at rather than physically, because you feel like you're falling out of your body the longer you look at it. But you do start to see lettering in red appear.
All right. Well, I guess I already read the lettering on the first one, so might as well.
Okay. You take 10 points of psychic damage and gain 2 levels of exhaustion. But you do read the title of the book. The Book of Vile Darkness.
Yeah. Do it.
Shades of Grey.
All right. Well, that was unpleasant.
Wait, is that what Cosette's grandpappy read?
That's what he wrote.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
That's how
Does X have anything to say about either of these books? I mean, I don't know if they would know anything.
X is entirely silent about them, refusing to say anything.
it's not giving it to you.
X is not going to give it to you.
God damn it! I'm gonna make a Twitter joke. You beat me there. That's better.
All right. Well, I'll just kind of describe how I was feeling when I read the titles, and I'll tell them the titles.
Okay.
I feel like Kevin's going to identify with feeling like that when he tries to read.
Man, if I liked books, that would go real well with my sword.
He's gonna just kind of push his sword push the book onto the hilt of his sword, but he attacks with the book.
He was like, no, keep that thing away from me. It just backs up. Books is the devil.
All right, Sid. I don't know if it's just because I don't read enough, but these definitely did not feel good to read just the titles. So why don't I just hand them to you and you can decide what to do with them?
Yeah, I think we can just put them in this bag of holding. And I would just hold open the bag.
Drop them in and forget about it.
All right. So exalted deeds. I mean, feels positive and bright. The other one, yeah, like the opposite.
That's exactly what I was thinking, by the way.
Okay, I'll drop them in the bag. What else was in the drawer?
In the drawer was a solitary item.
Ooh.
It appears to be about the size of 2 cigarette boxes put next to each other, if you could picture that. In a leather-bound case with a latch on it.
Oh, God.
It's a fancy cigarette case.
All right, I had enough with the books. Someone else could take whatever that is out.
In the box.
If it's a severed head, I'm going to be very upset.
Does it look like about 2 decks of cards can fit in it or something?
Oh no!
It looks like 1 deck, probably.
Put it back.
About 1
put it
deck.
back.
Of the cards.
Put it back.
Soul's going to grab it.
Okay. What are you doing with it?
Looking at it.
It is a leather-bound pouch/case. It's got some heft to it, and it's sturdy.
How many do you
Clasp
want?
on it or
It has a
something?
clasp on it.
How many do you
Undo
want?
the clasp.
Just
Okay.
answer the question.
Okay, that's what I think it is.
I don't know if you heard anything in there.
Nope.
I already told them everything you need.
It appears to be somewhat thicker than playing cards, but there are a large number of them in there. Hard to count
The
just now.
Book of Vile Darkness and Exalted.
Basically,
Yes,
as you look
that's
down
all.
on it, you barely see any differentiation between each card. They all seem to blend together, and you can't see anything on the front card. It appears to be nothing on the face.
What color is it?
They are kind of like tarot cards. Actually, they look to be blue and gold.
I'm going to turn to Kenji because I've gambled with him and ask him if he knows what they are.
Like the face of the cards?
Hey,
What color?
do I know what those are?
I mean, courtesy of Secret Santa last year.
Oh, you got them?
Dylan has
I mean,
I also have.
oh snap.
Yeah, does anyone actually, do any of our characters know what they are or have heard of
Think you
these?
would have Any reason, unless if you knew of it.
Well, this would
from-
be crazy
Cassette would have
history.
a good guess.
I'd like to roll a metagame die.
Okay, so anyone who is not from Cliffside, you can roll a history check at normal. Anyone who's from Cliffside may roll a history check with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Even if they went to the
I would say
Chadson
that
School
you
of
would also get
Magical
disadvantage.
Identification.
Disadvantage?
Yeah,
Well, okay, let's see. Can I get worse than that, too?
you could.
Yeah.
Does this have to do with like a tragedy? Would you say?
13.
Well,
Not yet.
13.
I tried.
13.
12.
9.
13.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Buddy, what?
You instantly know what it is, and so does Cassette. This is called the Deck of Many Things. Cassette, everything that you've learned about this, that you would have heard through your schooling, through your family, is this is not a good idea.
It's a great idea.
This can be a tremendous boon for you, but it can just as equally be a tremendous bane. I was trying to remember what
Okay.
the
Nothing against your family, but Grandpappy read a lot of 50 Shades
You
of
were
Grey, so
warned
maybe they
about
have
this. The Garlean army within certain ranks was
Okay.
warned about various magical
a
artifacts.
hilarious
Things that
warning.
you technically should not be able to interact with, but are incredibly
love it.
dangerous and should also be kept apart from those who can use.
All right, gents, you got
That's-
72 coming up.
that's
Don't
what you would have
read
learned
any
in the
magic
army.
things. Stay out of this area.
It is temptation incarnate.
Yes, it is.
Then I'm gonna try and put it back in the.
You want to put it back in the drawer?
Yeah, I want to put it back in the drawer.
So, what's that?
It didn't look like anything to me.
It looks like,
You want to Westworld?
I mean, it's like obviously something if it was with those other books and it was so far locked
Tabby already
away.
pointed out the magic exuding
Yes,
from the drawer.
exuding magic, oozing magic, and everyone knows magic means profit.
Tabby, I would have had you also know what it was if you weren't temporarily blinded.
Oh, well.
It's fine. After he got blinded, that's why he was kind of like, someone else can look at the last thing.
But, what we get?
So,
4 cards.
If it
so
comes
by
to
now,
it.
since we haven't really gone anywhere, Cassette has put the shiny gemstone down and just kind of climbed on top of it. The rest of it, from her vantage point, she can see what Soul's looking at,
Well, that's adorable.
and just Mr. Soul, if you don't know what that is, I put it back. I really, really would put it back.
I've already put it back and closed the drawer. At this
Well,
point. So I'm just going. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I didn't see anything. Because I just have to say, in the Chadson School of Adventuring and Profitable Looting, we learned that things hidden so far in the forbidden sections and protected by magic are often quite valuable. What could it be that you already have some terrible forewarnings of it?
Well, if I think, well, I do think if it is what I think it is, it's not that valuable that you would want to risk messing around with it. I mean, it's, how did Grandpapa say it? It was like a deck, but of many things,
Grandpa had a
but some possibly good things, but also some really, really bad things. Really, you know how you should be careful what you wish for, because it might come true whether you like it or not. This is one of those things.
That's actually one of our marketing ploys.
What?
What you're gonna get, it's gonna be Chadson. It was one of the interns. It wasn't the best one.
The chat house always wins.
But you say it's a bunch of cards, though.
Well, it's not so much the cards themselves, it's what the cards could do and could not do.
Everyone knows a card is just about branding and building your image. And it's like the way they're presented, the color, the letter. Like, what color were the cards? Were they like a tasteful off-white? Perhaps bone?
They were
Yo,
very,
if,
they were very
if you're
ugly.
that interested, why don't you just look for yourself?
Were the letters slightly raised? Did they have a watermark?
Oh,
I'm
God.
sure they were very tasteful.
No, we don't want to
Stamps.
eat them. Yes, but what font was it?
I've
Comic
only
No, no, put it back. Burn this whole
I
thing down.
mean, I think it's
It probably is Comic Sans. Some angry god just fucking with adventures. Comic Sans.
Soul has moved to the other side of the room to be far away from the look of many things.
Okay. I
oh
like Soul.
well.
Soul's, if I'm not near it, it can't hurt me.
I think this is only going to be bad
Art.
things. We should see that.
I think it's like a 60-40 ratio of good
Yes,
to bad.
yes.
No, it's all bad. I'm pretty sure.
You see, like when Dad Chanson first founded the Chanson Incorporated, he realized that
Good
it's
boy, Fan.
not.
Yeah.
You know, he came from a history of being an adventurer, and he realized that some adventurers make a lot of money, some don't. Some, let's just call them layer possessors make a lot of money, some don't. But the people who go into business supplying both sides, they always make money. So perhaps we don't have to use this deck, but rather we sell it to others.
No. Don't. You are a business person. I understand that. And I know I'm not very business. But I do understand that as a business person, you never want to make a deal that wasn't completely in your favor, right?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, if you look at the person who just bought out Chanson, you see, his entire business plan is giving people money sometimes more than they give him. But you see, the way he structured it as a casino owner is he ends up taking their money more. It's brilliant. Like Chanson, we built a product. Manderville, he doesn't do anything. He just takes money from people. See?
This is not brilliant, though. This is not. There's no brilliance in this.
When Dad Chanson founded it and he started selling arrow traps
have that.
below market value,
Just in case.
but building them so they could only take Chanson brand arrows, everyone said he was crazy.
Oh, you haven't given
But
it.
then once
No, he
all
agreed.
these
That's right.
lair
What did he
owners
say?
started filling their lairs with Chanson arrow traps and running out and having to come back and buy Chanson brand arrows, that was it.
But
Million
Would
gill
you-
idea.
would you willingly do something that you know would most likely, very, very most likely, hurt a lot of people just so that you could make a profit,
We are just
even if it hurts you?
So the system that I believe in just incentivizes people to allow others to make the decisions that they want. And as a servant of that system, I'm merely providing options.
But
Look.
this is the thing. This deck of
50
What?
Shades of Grey, that's the other thing.
But no, wait, let me finish. This thing. Oh, you made me forget what I was gonna say.
Skull.
I'm sorry, but
From a Garlean perspective, from a culture that deals with a lot of magical things more so than magical people, that thing is definitely not something you probably want to touch. But that being
What it
said,
was.
everyone's
It-
entitled to do what they want with their free will. So
See?
make your choice.
But
give
it
people
doesn't give you free will. You say you offer people choices. The deck chooses for you.
Right.
but
The
you-
free will to make the choice to pull the cards in the first place. If it matters to anyone, I think I'm going to step away and read this book. So you guys are welcome to do what you want. By the way, Professor, do you have anything to help my eyes? That first book kind of a little hard to see at the moment.
I'll lay on hands with my remaining. I get
All right,
5
'cause
points.
you
I
can
can
lesser
take away.
restoration on that.
It's remove disease or some other effect. I don't know. The half blindness is
Restoration? Lesser
It's
restoration?
not lesser
Well, no,
restoration.
because the paladin one specifically is diseases and poison. If it's mimicking the paladin lay on hands.
Probably.
So I see that Dylan is back.
Yeah,
are you
I'm
able
here
to-
now.
Oh, yay! Okay. They're trying to put the deck of many things back. Would Omega do anything about that?
100% hearing that this is a very strong thing that could possibly lead to life-altering results. She draw 3.
So you go and grab it?
If they'll let me.
Are my
Absolutely.
eyes better, Dads?
You use restoration? Lesser restoration?
It's not. It don't
I'll
have,
use lesser restoration.
I don't have that.
Then yes, your blindness is gone.
If it's a disease or
Okay.
a poison, I can
Does
do
that
it.
remove exhaustion? I don't think
No,
it does.
no.
The greater restoration is.
Okay, you are still exhausted.
Okay,
levels.
well, I'll read the Dex book and quietly and tiredly.
So right.
It's you need to read for 48 hours over 6 days.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, so basically, if you can read 8 hours a day, you're fine.
Yeah,
or sometimes you got to double up. Like,
It's not one action in your deck.
All right, well, I'll just read as much as I can. Well, people are making their choices.
it's working.
2 exhausted Garleans are reading in the corner.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck this.
that's funny.
I'm over this magic stuff.
Well, that
oh,
may be
Omega
biased, but
is.
speaking as a creature made of random magic, I think it might be fun.
I'm still reduced, right?
Oh no, it only lasts like 10 minutes.
Out. What?
They last for 10 minutes.
It's been like less than 10 minutes. I'm just
Sorry.
trying.
Wait, sorry, is it 10 minutes?
I think it's 10.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Oh,
so
one
it's
minute. Okay.
Darn it.
Is this really something?
Talking up to cassette.
Is this really something we should be doing in the middle of the library? Can't we? If we're really going to do this, we could decide it elsewhere.
Yeah, let's take it.
Well, by extension, if something goes terribly wrong, is it better to not contain it in the library than it is to take it elsewhere?
Go to a library. It's safe here.
It would-
I mean, we kind of knew that this library was specifically not safe when we went to come here.
Look at how
All the
terrible.
better.
Ben, pick my cards.
I chew on this one.
I mean, look at the dust on that drawer it was hiding in.
That just says no one's played with it in a long time.
Play. Wah! Don't play with that. It plays with you.
Well, that's half the fun.
I mean, it takes 2 to tango. So it's like you're playing with each other.
I don't think it's a good idea. If-
Well,
It's most definitely not a good idea.
Listen, Teach, when have I ever had a good idea?
Omega, I think you should take it and hold on to it, and you could be the keeper and the arbitrator. That's a big word. That hurt.
somehow that also does not seem like a good idea. Omega.
Is Fifi like awake and stuff?
No, Fifi is unconscious,
Ooh, yeah.
probably until you have a long rest.
Can I sleight of hand one into Kevin's hand? Is that like a feasible thing?
You have to.
No,
I'm
you
guessing
have
as soon as you pick it up, you'd get the card, not Kevin.
to, you have to specifically.
No,
you
no, I
cannot
mean,
be
but-
tricked.
No, I mean, but like
You have to
can
declare
still-
how many you're taking when you
Right,
take
right.
them.
So wait.
theoretically, you could give someone a card, but it doesn't do anything. It's just like a blank card.
I don't even
right?
think you can draw a card
You
from
can't
the
do that.
deck unless
You're right.
you are declaring
Oh.
that I'm going to draw X.
Yeah, it is a major artifact, and it has stipulations. Yeah.
So it'd be kind of just
So
like,
okay,
I
so
can't.
the answer is you cannot sleight of hand to just anyone. Inert
So-
or not.
What you're saying is if I grab onto Kevin really tight, then maybe we'll both be considered drawing from the same thing.
Yeah, that math checks out.
Kevin's a
Kevin
man.
Why is my nose bleeding?
Kevin's doing math and English on the same day. All right, look, we don't have to do it here,
Yes.
but I'm definitely gonna do it.
Cassette's just appalled that this is even discussed, so she just like clangs her visor down and just like sits very upset on top of the sparkling gemstone, arms crossed and everything.
I really think it's a bad idea, Omega, in general.
Listen, my whole life's been a bad idea. Every motion I make is to make a bad idea.
Don't you think that's something you could try to turn around?
I mean, sure, probably, but you know,
You did.
it's just like you ever wanted something so bad and you just couldn't quite reach it, and then suddenly something comes along and it's like, hey, you know that thing that you wanted? You get it now, but like with added perks and bonuses.
Yeah. It's like the first time I heard about capitalism.
Yeah, I don't. You had me in the first part of that, but I don't think that
You never know.
there are really added perks. I think there's more risk than perk.
Risk is the thing I want.
Christian, is this section 70?
Okay, how about
If I pull every card and I make it out on the other side,
Oh, it might be 69.
it's gonna feel so fucking good.
how about listen? I'm okay with you holding on to it, but you just promise me not to do anything with it right now? We could talk about it a little more.
Oh no, well, there's 66 turns. So we're either 69 or 70.
For you, Teach.
You keep track.
For you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Omega.
E8, and I'm at my 42nd.
We're in session 82. The truth.
But you have to make a deal for me. When is the good time?
Yes, you're keeping track of that? Calendar?
Once we're all, look.
Right.
Once we're in a place where we can really think about it and prepare for whatever is going to come down, if possible.
Sure. Sounds good. So, like, camp tonight.
Yes.
Maybe a little later.
Well, if we wait any later than when we bed down for the night, we'd be in Idleshire or Ishgard or some populated place. And if you're so worried about adverse effects happening, it'd be better to do it in a centuries abandoned facility that no one really goes to.
But we can't sell the options to draw cards to anyone if we're not around anymore.
Well, no, and I have to agree that that's something we probably shouldn't do. We sit there.
What if instead of 3, it was just 1 card tonight?
Just one.
If you pull one card,
Uh-huh.
can we table the rest of the cards for a while?
Sure.
Wait, how many cards are there?
And look, I'll give you I'll unburden all of my pockets full of my shit that I've been collecting.
No.
Because I'm sure I've gotten a hold of things. And that book I threw you the last time, you'll hold on to that. And if anything happens, then you open the book and a lot of things get answered.
No.
Wait, but if this is our golden ticket, perhaps what we should do is we don't want to be selfish. As Cosette, as the professor have said, bad things might happen to us. So what we should do is we should sell the options to others to draw these cards.
That would be really cool if I had any interest in money.
No. You know, you want things, you can buy bigger clubs with money.
Okay.
Here, I got an idea. Rather than sell the drawing of the cards individually, we should sell people the licenses or options to draw cards.
Why don't you
And
instead?
they can sell those to other people, and we create an entire market. But instead of just selling one card, one option per card, we break it down into small little parts, and people can buy and sell those, and we create an entire market.
What about this instead? I have a secondary idea. This item, it's relatively known. Everybody's been talking about it, right? You guys know what it is.
It doesn't look like anything to me. We should just put it back.
Well, look, all I'm saying is we could sell tickets to a show.
Exactly right. We read it
Well-
back and we
Omega's getting corrupted.
sell people the experience of discovering it.
Well, you know, if you're going to do that, you really got to set it up the right way. So I wouldn't pull anything right now. I would lay the groundwork, you know, figure it out. That way it's nice and set. And then, you know, once everything is good, then we can consider taking cards out.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to make me sound smart here. And push my plan of drawing one card pack till whenever I actually get brain power to actually figure that out.
I mean, look, the longer I can keep you from pulling a card, the better it is, in my opinion.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be fine.
Since you got a nat 20, I will let you in on something that you would have been told. You have no idea if this is true or not. The deck will disappear in an indeterminate amount of time after at least one card has been drawn. By indeterminate, I mean it could be within an hour, it could be within a week.
Cosette's the only one that knows that, I'm guessing. She's the one who got the 20.
Don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
Such a drop.
Given the way that Garleans would have taught about staying away from it, you wouldn't have known the ins and outs of it. Meanwhile, Cosette got a nat 20, meaning she probably studied it specifically, which is why I'm giving her the in-depth knowledge. And that you
it was an unnat 20.
Who said nat 20? Somebody said nat 20.
I
thought
said
you
unnat.
Oh,
Okay.
we heard nat 20.
Yeah.
I thought you said a nat.
I heard
I
nat 20.
heard.
I heard nat 22.
Maybe the un had cut out or something like that.
That's funny.
Okay. All right. So I just have a feeling, everybody, that we have an indefinite amount of time to make this decision.
From when you pull a card.
From when we pull the card,
But you don't know
it will
that.
never disappear. No, I know the
Oh.
opposite. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's call
I
it.
see what you did there.
Okay.
All right.
Well, okay, so who's all gonna pull one? Me and the magic person, right?
AO said
Assuming
that-
you meant me, yes, I plan to play.
Oh my god.
So just two of us.
Are you going to do it in here, or are you going to wait?
I'm gonna.
To do it in here in case something goes terribly wrong.
I don't know. I'll just chime in again. I'm pretty good at cards in general, and I'm telling you, this game looks like you never want to start a card game where the odds are not at least equal or in your favor, and I'm not feeling this one.
I mean, again, that's fair. If you were really worried about money.
I'm not only talking about money. People have lost lives playing cards, and
Omega's all about it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're saying the part that I want out loud.
Right. So just to expedite this a little bit,
Omega's
are you going to
millennial.
draw one now or no? Or draw any now?
If Sid would rather Teach, if you would rather do it at camp tonight, we can do it then. But they make a good point that if there is a lot of fallout, this, who gives a fuck about books? I don't give a fucking shit about this place.
I would personally rather you don't do it at all, but I can't stop you, obviously.
So we have to express our desire to draw from it.
And you can only do it once.
All right. I don't want to draw any cards right now, but I would like to secure the option to draw cards in the future.
Are you going to sell that option to other
I'm
people?
going to sell it.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the slip to
Nothing.
appear.
No.
All right. Well, if it's a choice between delaying and not delaying, hey, why don't we just see what happens? And then, if the fucking worst happens, you guys can have a drink tonight at camp. For me.
if we make it to camp.
If you make it to camp.
What
So are
if
you
it
gonna
just
do-
makes you really weak?
Just for the sake of time, are you going to do it now or no?
I'll do it now.
I will.
Well, I guess Omega's going first. How many cards are you drawing? You have to declare how many you're drawing.
I'll keep my promise to Sid and just draw one for now.
You get one draw
You
from
can't-
the
you
deck,
can't go back.
period. So if you draw one now, you can't then draw more later.
Oh, really?
But Omega doesn't necessarily know that.
Buy those.
Actually, holding it about as soon as they're about to pull a card, they do have that knowledge. They know that they'll never get this chance again.
Aww. Teach, are you sure I can't do like at least two?
Omega, I can't. You're not a kid. I can't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to protect you.
And look, Teach, you've done a great, fantastic job. I fucking blew the brains out of a Titan with my body. Okay? Because another man who was really good at swords threw me into him. It was the fucking best day ever. Alright? Just the fact that I got here and got to do that with you guys was great. And like, sure, I could do it again, and maybe I could top it. But also, if I could add survived a deck of playing cards that made generals quake in fear, that's huge for me.
That's a good point.
I can't stop you, Omega. I'm worried. Okay.
All right.
And all I got with this T-shirt.
Then I'll just draw one. You hold on to this book. Oh, and here's all my loose change.
I can
So,
hold that.
are you sure you're only drawing one? This is you again. You do not get another chance.
It's fine. I'll just draw one for now.
Okay. We have a deck of many things here.
It's the one you got me for Secret Santa.
Who do you want to draw
This
for?
would be very ironic.
I mean, I got it for James, so James got to draw it.
Table.
But I'm also going to draw cards myself. So if you want somebody else to...
It's your deck. Have fun, baby boy.
All right.
Just draw death. Draw death for Papa.
I shuffled several times. You find it just top carding it?
Yeah.
It's like a sexual.
All right. So Omega's card
Do it.
is Jester.
Yes. Oh, just like
Nothing wrong with
Jester?
Jesters.
Oh, interesting effect.
So Omega,
Uh-huh.
you have the choice right now to draw 2 additional cards. But I will tell you the one other thing that you're getting on top of that is you gain a level.
wow.
Ooh. That's incredible. Draw 2 more cards and gain a level?
You may draw up to 2 more cards, but you must make the decision right now. You do gain a level
I mean,
automatically.
it's
yeah, they're not. You can get the level used to draw nothing else.
you can 0 to 2.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, the world is giving.
But
you
it's
knowledge.
0
Well-
to 4.
Up to 2.
I made a promise to Sid, so I will, for now, just... this campaign, I'm just getting a level, baby.
All right, you're now 1 level ahead of everybody else.
Oh damn.
Okay, and Aoul, are you sticking to what you rolled?
I rolled a 4. Is it 0 to 4, right?
It's 1 to 4.
Well,
If
you
you
have
Oh,
the choice
yeah, so
not to.
If you choose to draw anything, it's 1 to 4. So I rolled the D4, got a 4.
All right, so let's see what.
All right.
That
What-
one is gone. You
Yeah,
cannot.
that's
roll
why I'm
it.
setting it.
Okay.
Let's see what Omega would have gotten if she drew
All right.
2 more.
Which one?
That's funny.
You don't know that.
Nope, but it's funny. So Rogue,
Wait.
Ruin, good
Oh.
stuff. Good stuff.
That kind of
Actually-
sucks for you. I mean that's wasted on you.
I literally have no material wealth other than magic items, so
Okay.
it does nothing.
You have no coins, nothing
Nope,
on you.
I
Yes.
specifically have no coins.
Yeah. So ruin means you lose all of your wealth except for magic items, and Aoul has no wealth. So
Good thing AOL didn't sign on with Intu's company.
Yeah. Or if
you've drawn 2 bad cards already.
it would have been if Sid drew that card, considering he holds the
because
group
he
funds.
chose 4,
Well, like,
he gets
his doesn't.
I
he-
must
draw
draw
4.
4,
Okay.
unless one of them like immediately kills me or something.
Oh, okay.
All right, number 3, balance.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you
Uh-huh.
are you level 1 now?
Nope. Okay, keeping that in mind. And number 4, the sun.
Hey, sounds a good one, right?
Which is one of the best ones.
Do not tell anyone what happens.
Yep.
But,
Well, we see them drawing, but we
I'm
just
giving,
don't know what's happening.
Jimmy, that is way too much XP. I'm giving you the equivalent for 1 level.
I figured.
Okay. He
Because
gets
that's a-
50,000 XP and he gains a magic item, a major magic item.
Ooh,
Is it
another
a
deck.
random magic
another
item?
It's a wondrous item, excuse me.
get another deck.
I'll figure that out and I'll get back.
Wish
Okay.
for more wishes.
But you got Rogue, Ruin, Balance,
And the sun.
Road, ruin, sun, and balance.
So what does it look like to everybody else
Yeah,
is
like what-
happening when they draw these?
Well, nothing physically changed. So just as Aeol's drawing the cards. First of all, the Rogue one, nothing happens. It's just the card vanishes from your hand. When you draw Ruin, you see this gust of wind come up over Feoul, but nothing flies off of them.
Having a premonition, Inch is going to start inching away from him, like in the Ghostbusters when they first turn on the accelerators.
As soon as
In the
Balance
elevator?
comes on, you do
We should have
sense
tested this before we came
somewhat
out
of a
here.
shift in Aeol's mood. Have fun with that.
Yep.
But other than that, it's hard to tell. And then when the sun comes up, the card shines brilliantly, almost as brightly as the Book of Exalted Deeds, but not painfully. And then Aeol starts shining and looks slightly stronger in some respects, and then the cards disappear. Those are now gone. And then
I'll put them.
Nothing yet.
All right, Teach.
Jason's gonna draw.
I'll take the book back.
What have I done?
So there's Yon's stack. Feel free to shuffle if you would like.
Vizier.
Ooh.
Okay, it looks like Sid.
Kinda, yeah. Beardy Sid.
All right, I will tell you what it does. This is not group knowledge. You may choose within 1 year of drawing the card at any point. You can ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful answer to that question. Besides information, the answer helps you solve puzzles, dilemmas, or it comes with the knowledge comes with wisdom on how to apply it.
Oh, that's good. All right.
And you may do that for 1 time within a year of drawing the card.
Oh, skull. I'm dead.
Is that dead?
I don't know. Am I?
We'll bring it back. We'll bring it back.
Nothing happens just yet.
Oh.
But you do hear a cackling sound, and it.
What was the
doesn't
card?
The
skull.
Well,
I don't like that.
sound. If you look it up, you don't have this knowledge in game.
boy. It's like gem or geese.
You're summoned to Grayskull Keep in the He-Man universe.
Oh, no.
Not in the Critical Role universe.
No. Actually, I don't know which one would be worse.
He-Man.
Yeah, Grayskull's kind of.
What was your third?
Gem.
Why am I not surprised that you decided to do this?
Because I've never done this before.
Literally, you've never drawn from
No,
a deck
because I'm smart enough as a player not to do
know.
it.
in any game.
Gaius doesn't know.
You've never done it in any game.
No.
I've done it in every
Well, that's why it's really funny. Like everybody else isn't doing it because like
Yeah.
you guys are always doing it.
Like,
and I'm like the ones.
Will
I know.
just said the other day, he's like, so when is the deck of many things session? I'm just sitting here. I'm like, how the fuck did you know
Oh,
that?
because it's always assumed.
I've got
It's
8
all-
wisdom and don't know how mortal things work, so I'm like,
Okay.
fuck it,
I
go.
like cards.
The card disappears, and at your feet, a bunch of gemstones, rubies and sapphires just appear. These are worth,
Just specifically not diamonds.
these are no diamonds. These are 13 rubies, 12 sapphires. The total value is 2,000 gold each. Jesus.
Woo!
Damn.
Oh,
So it's 50,000 worth.
Deus, could I have 2?
oh yeah.
Oh, you're gonna draw?
Oh, wait, 2 cards?
I would like to
Oh.
exercise my options, please.
Okay.
I just want to make sure you understand. The cards that have been pulled
Yeah.
do not go back in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was there any negative, like apparent negative effects that we could see happening to us?
You heard an evil cackle.
Oh, we
Oh,
heard
we
that
all
too.
did.
Everyone heard that.
He drew it.
And you saw a little bit of black smoke rise up from
Keyword
behind him.
being apparent.
No,
That's it. You don't know anything else that happens beyond that. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 you said?
Your name, the first card you draw, your name now becomes a breathed you instead of a breathless you.
Oh, in 2. Yeah, now I'm changed. I've gone to the dark side. I am the throne.
Ooh. I think this is going to be good for you.
It's going to be real bad for everyone else in this world.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I know what it is even before looking at it.
I think I know which one this is.
No, I think I remember which one this
Oh,
is.
no.
You double your proficiency bonus on checks made with that skill.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's better than this one.
In addition, you gain rightful ownership of a small keep somewhere in the world. However, the keep is currently in the hands of monsters, which you must clear out before you could claim the keep as yours.
Can it be the old Chadson headquarters?
I know. Who's the monster? I see Manderville as the monster.
We can talk about
You
it.
ain't getting that one back then.
All right, that's one.
Yeah,
Now,
Vanderbilt will fuck you up.
How many did you declare?
I declared 2, so I got throne and flames.
Uh-oh.
Sick your tattoos.
Oh, I got a tribal tattoo.
Oh,
I'm taking a picture of this.
well, have fun with this one.
Oh no.
Okay.
Do I?
Is anyone else drawing from this deck of pure chaos?
Do I see any
Especially
more
knowing
negative
that half the
effects
deck
happen
is
to people?
gone.
I know.
You saw red fire appear underneath his feet and then go out.
Okay,
Does it look like it hurt him?
You do not appear to be.
in 2s, what did he feel?
Oh, your name's Into
Yeah,
now?
now I've changed.
You didn't feel anything specifics except the knowledge that you know that there is a keep somewhere and it's yours and it's infested with monsters.
Okay,
Found a
no,
deed in your back
And
pocket,
beyond
you're
that,
like,
you
I
have this
forgot.
feeling of dread as if somebody, you've drawn the animosity, the ire of somebody somewhere. And they may be powerful.
sweet.
Manderville's wife.
Julian?
Soul's gonna try and be brave and break from the Garlean customs. He's gonna draw a card.
Just this one?
This one.
Tavi, you're seeing this, by the way.
No, my boy, no!
Yes, my boy.
I'm just gonna watch.
Not the sweetest boy! Oh no!
What do you pull?
I mean, it's poetic that you strike up a moment of bravery.
Oh no.
What is it?
Oh no!
You have a permanent -2 on all saving
Beethoven.
throws.
No.
Oh, that's
Brave-
worse. Mine just
brave
says -1.
Brave
I don't know what your deck
There's
is.
like a kind of like generic-ish version for multiple systems.
Very cool.
It can be removed by a god or by the magic of the Fates card. It could also be removed with a wish spell.
Oh shit! I guess somebody else better draw, huh?
No,
What do we
that-
see from looking at him? What do we see?
That campaign where Ryan was in.
And he got one card that undid all the bad ones.
Well, yeah, but we did it wrong because he pulled that card twice and then the fates and just called it a wash.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
But a -4 to all saves is just death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
What
does
did we
anyone
see if we were watching Soul?
You saw him, a bead of sweat go down his forehead, and he shivers a little bit.
Never being brave again.
It's
Brave
it's so
Sir Robin.
poetic.
I should have listened.
Yeah. Like now that you've already drawn your cards, if you just want to read some of the stuff that can happen, because now that you cannot.
Is
get
anyone
those-
else drawing at the moment?
I feel like we should ask Kevin.
Well, he'll be back next week, so
I'll keep the cards split, so if he does choose, we have the remaining.
thank you.
pocket.
I also wrote down what everybody got. So, okay. So where are you headed now?
Oh jeez.
Anyone? Where are you headed?
Ao, is there a way we can use their tree teleportation and get us back to Ishgard?
Yes and no. I can try to do it. It's kind of something I don't really have the strength to do more than once a day, but I can try to do it a second time, but it's incredibly draining, and it'd probably be easier just to rest a night and then do it then. Or do it in the morning. But
Does
you
it have
also
to be living trees?
Yes, and it has to be a tree of, a size that we can actually fit through. But we can also just aetherite teleport if we're willing to spend the gil to do so.
Well, we have some extra now, I suppose.
Some of us are pretty rich.
Could you cast it on the dead book since it's really big and we can just walk through it?
Well, that tree disappeared. It apparently was magic and temporary, but it kind of depends on, do we want to go directly to insert city name here with the aetheryte, or do we want to go somewhere more specific? Because the trees give us a little bit more specificity.
Not really looking forward to walking through the streets of Ishgard, but if that's what we have to do to make it easier on everybody, we can...
To go back to Idleshire first?
We could do that.
Plus, if you were
we don't want to
insistent on trying to find one of those stupid imps to capture, I'm rather mad at the one that attacked me. Find that one. Sell it to
Wow. Conditional slavery.
Start shit, get enslaved. I don't know.
They enjoyed the reaping, now they're going to enjoy the sowing.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. Let's just decide, because I'm tired as shit.
A frog, I turn it into an imp, and then we sell it to Rowena that way.
You know, I have this feeling now that I could sell anything to
Jimmy,
anyone.
that's fucking hilarious, by the way.
So is into or int now actually
Yeah.
really
All
like
right,
rolling with
everyone. We're gonna change the game.
Oh no.
I feel like I've just come into some wealth, and we're gonna have to go pursue that wealth. See this deed I have? I don't know where it is, but I know there's one. We're gonna go get it.
We'll talk about it. You will know where it is.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna look at the deed.
It's just a crayon. I own this castle.
a Ron Swanson party. I can do what I want.
I can lord where I
This
want.
place is mine because.
All right, Idleshire, then, I guess?
Or, okay, so are you just teleporting out of the library?
Well, it depends. What do we want to do? Do we want to take a rest? I mean, I figure we could just, assuming the books don't bludgeon us to death in our sleeps, the coffee nook has some amount of supplies and seems relatively safe. Camp out there. In the morning, I could tree port us somewhere, or we could aetherite right now. If we want to go back to Idleshire, we've got options. The aetherite I can do right now. The tree teleport I could attempt to do right now, or we wait until morning.
I don't think we really have anything else we need to do in Idleshire.
Well, I mean, there's the
bounty.
Gotta sell my books.
The books,
That's-
yes. Those.
Right.
Turning
Okay.
books to
I think we need to rest. I mean, look at your little friend over there. She's
500 per book.
not doing great.
Yeah. But then on the flip side of things, how long do we exactly want to leave things percolating in Ishgard? Can we really afford a night's rest?
From what I understand, or what Hilda had been saying, things seem to be pretty stable for right now.
Oh, they were stable before she lied to your face about what Emmerich was doing out here. So stable.
Yeah, I don't really particularly want to be there either, but
This is true from the cards, man.
but I do have a couple of people I need to talk to there
In Ishgard or in
in Ishgard. In Ishgard.
Well, if I could just interject. Fifi over here is sleeping, and I say we go to the place where they percolate the coffee. We all percolate, let her rest, and we go back to Idleshire.
Randy Savage now.
Oh, I'm trying to do Jack Donaghy, but I guess it's Randy Savage.
Okay. That's pretty distinct.
30 Rock.
Macho Man.
I guess. I'm just trying to do my low, gravelly voice.
Well, it seems that the coffee nook was the safest place, comparatively speaking, within the library. And if nothing else, it's safe from the elements.
Okay.
Okay. As you travel back through the library, certain things you might notice. None of the books are flying. The books that were flying seem to be strewn across the floor in random, not necessarily clean ways.
As if they had fallen while flying? Looks like we destroyed the book's ecosystem.
Do you think they were tied to the big book we fought, or that key that you turned, or whoever turned?
I think it was the key, probably.
It's like an on-off switch for the books.
Switched off all the security measures
So
in
you
here.
do have the operations manual.
Yeah.
As you walk through the library, you get to the labyrinth that you had been through before. Are you trying to look for the other books while you're in here now?
100%.
Okay. I will just say you're able to find them. They're not hard to find in here, and there's nothing costing you, nothing to be afraid of at the moment.
Excellent. No imps around?
There are no imps, there's no books flying, there's no Tonberry.
Oh.
Like it's gone or it's dead somewhere?
You don't see it.
Oh. Cassette, do you want to look for that Tonberry guy?
Oh.
Fuck you, no. Alright. So, in that case, you continue. You find the last two books. So that's 7 of them are. You continue along, and when you get to the stained glass window, if anyone would like to, you may do an investigation check or perception check. Perception. We'll say perception.
Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, 20.
23.
There you go.
Okay. The two of you notice,
25.
and you also notice that.
I thought he said 1E5.
That's what I heard too. I was
That's
So, like,
That's not
a lot?
That'll
10,000.
Wow. Okay. You notice that the stained glass window is not just a Tonberry anymore. It's now a Tonberry. It was holding a lamp the first time that you saw it. Still is. But now it's got a book in the other hand. Which it did not have before.
What's the book look like?
Your group saw Tonberry writing in the book when it was following your group.
Oh, it looks like
previously.
it looks like the
book that
ledger.
he was writing. Do you think we somehow banish the Tonberry back into this window?
I don't know.
Let the Tonberry pull some cards.
My fingers now.
If we could get the technology for this trap, it would be very useful.
I don't really think it's a trap. I think it's more of a monitoring system.
It's all how you market it.
Excuse me, Mr. Tonberry. Stop trying to eat my face.
This is his job.
All right, so we're gonna rest in the coffee nook.
Well, if the books aren't working, I wonder if the coffee's working.
We need to go turn that key back on.
Okay. You get into the coffee nook. Everything seems to be as you left it in here.
Oh, thank money.
Thank money.
Jesus Christ.
Never change, Adam.
I keep drawing from the deck of many things until I die.
That's not worth living anymore.
Okay. The coffee is warm, if you want some.
Yeah.
But it does not seem to be flying to you to pour you cups of coffee or anything.
EMT secretly worships a mammon.
I remember the service being better in here.
I'll leave a negative review.
You gotta restart your tone stone, then you'll get better service.
Try turning it off and on again.
So we're gonna camp in here? Is that the plan?
I mean, like, out
I
of
think we
character,
might
right?
as well. It'd be better than sleeping outdoors.
Right.
And then if we want, we can either aetherite teleport back to place, or there's the trees right out front that we got here with.
How does aetherite teleportation work when we have a sleeping Fifi?
It would subtract the gold from the.
Oh, it's like
It's an automatic thing. It's a material component.
It's still sorry.
Yeah, I think Sol would be on board sleeping there because it seems like all the stuff's been turned off.
All right.
Whatever you want to say.
In that case, are you taking watches, or is everybody going to sleep at once?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm like super tired. So let me know if anything changes, and I'm gonna go find a corner and sleep.
I will take a watch.
Okay. Are you gonna just sleep?
Sol's gonna try and read from his tone of leadership.
How much have you done today?
Today, while I've been awake, I think it's been like 3 hours.
So you want to read for 5 more hours before you sleep?
Yes.
You could do that while being on watch.
Yeah, I'll take a watch with Sid and read while I do it.
So it's Sid and Soul will take first watch. Who's taking second?
Second.
Inti
I'll
and
take second.
AO. Cassette, you want to be third watch, and then
I can also be
Kenji
a
will
watch.
watch with Gazette. Yeah.
Come on, Omega. We're buddies.
all right, Kenji and Cassette, and Omega if you want, because you'll have your full night's sleep at that point.
Omega can go to whoever wants it.
Okay. Well, first shift.
All right.
I'll wake up with the last group too, so I could just read more.
Sure. Okay. So Sid and Soul are taking the first watch. Soul's reading. Sid, do you have anything that you want to say or do?
Facepalm. Repeatedly.
Yeah. I'm
Wake
gonna
up
go.
like, that's where Sid's bag was.
I'm gonna go to one of the desks and just start writing a few things.
All work and no play makes it a
Anything that you want to
boy.
make public right now or no?
Nope.
Okay. So Sid's writing, you're reading, but you're both kind of just paying attention to your surroundings. Okay. Soul, roll a d20.
That's how many cards you're drawing again.
Oh no!
This is the involuntary deck of mentors. It draws cards for you.
That is a 7.
That's
7?
It's more than 5.
More than 6.
Oh, not quite 8.
Kevin disagrees.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Fantastic.
Your shift goes by. Second shift, want to wake up?
Sure.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Okay. You finish your reading for the day.
How many days have I had this again? It's been, what, 4?
I think that was your third or fourth. It was at least 3.
It was 3 or 4. I just can't remember. It was 3 or 4.
Well, because you gave yourself exhaustion on the second day. So you read one day normally, one day with an extra day, so that'd be 3. So
think
today,
this
that's
is 4.
normal reading, that would be 4. If you're exhausting reading, it'd be 5.
I think that makes sense. Okay.
So this is 4 or 5. Which one?
I think this is my 5th.
That was
Are you
your
going
fifth,
for exhaustion
or
again?
No, he's going to bed now.
Okay, so yeah, it'd be my 4th that just happened.
Okay. So
Awesome.
you have 2 more days to read it, and you have to do 8 hours a day or more.
Okay.
Well, because he should have 3 more days to read it, because he gave himself exhaustion one night, so he has 1 day extra.
You're right. You have 3
Do you
more
have to
days.
do it? Do you have to do it
Within 6 days.
Oh, within
48
6
hours
days.
worth
I
of
thought it
reading
was
within
So
at
6
8
days.
least
hours a
6
day
days.
on average, but you can,
Yeah.
you know, give yourself exhaustion or do nothing that day and have your double reading.
Awesome. Okay, sorry about that. I kind of lost track of the days there.
Okay.
Omega.
So, not Omega. It's the 2 of you.
Oh, I thought Omega.
No, yeah, I'll join them for it.
Okay. I thought you were third shift. All right. Before your shift. Well, never mind. What are you doing on your shift?
I'm keeping watch.
Not
Like-
talking.
Well, maybe I'll talk. Omega, you got.
Yeah.
I know you're in a bad place, but like, there's so much good out there. Like here, Chadson's School of like Personal Wealth Management and like career growth. Like I have some pamphlets.
I don't know why everybody assumes I'm in a bad place. I'm in my place. And in the universe in it.
Yeah.
Not necessarily bad. Yeah, I want to die, but people just assume that's a bad thing. That's what's weird.
Omega, I think you're selling yourself short. There's so much wealth you can bring to the world, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah, and I'm doing it. Like it's happening. I'm here for the ride. But like, look, I don't have a lot of stock if the ride ends early.
Oh,
You know?
I mean,
The person that's gonna affect the least, the least is me.
I think then I could help you with getting stock. At the very least.
Sure, let's get stocks.
Get some stocks. I'll tell you everything I know about stocks.
We're considering this conversation.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the
I want to see if any
Feywild.
of the, like the books weren't flying off the shelves, but are like the magical indexes still working?
Nope. Nothing even shows up on the pages.
For the record, the
manual.
The manual is yours if you want to look at it.
You don't want to peruse it while you're awake?
No.
It's just sitting there on the cover.
But there's so much lore in it.
I was gonna try to get revenge on
Look at all this
Laserface,
plot I
but
can give you.
like we're going to sleep.
Is anyone going to read that book, or you do not care?
I was reading it to find.
Which book is it?
It's the manual of the library.
It's about how the library works.
I guess.
Are you going to read it or no?
I'm
not pushing you to
After
do
I've
it.
given the
Omega pep talk.
the pep talk about stocks, self-worth, and money, I'll read the book.
Okay, well, here's what you know. The book tells you that the magic of the library was maintained by the ever-living bibliotaph.
Okay, that's the book.
The ever-living bibliotaph constantly had to recharge its energy in order to maintain the library. The crystal thing with the book insert at in that room that was on the floor that Soul found, that's where the book was recharging. And it said, if anything happens and this does not work, the book can temporarily take ether from other living objects in order to continue working. If you're going to put two and two together, that stopped working, nobody paid attention, and the book's like, well, guess I got to go capture some Charlians and take energy from them, and that's how it's kept the library going.
See, I told you books were bad.
Now that the book is dead, the library has no magic. Thank you. I wanted somebody to figure that out.
Is that the stone that Cassette's been lugging around?
Well, that was holding the charge. But there's essentially a charging station beneath where you fought, and Soul found that.
Wow. Makes me think, you come into a new area where everything's working great. They've got this whole system going, and a bunch of adventurers show up to try and take out money and loot things, and they destroy everything, and suddenly it stops working, and monsters attack, and wow, makes you almost think that going into a new area explicitly to take the resources from it might be bad. But that's crazy. Anyway, Omega, see, stocks, you gotta buy low and then you sell high.
Right.
Indeed. Roll a d20.
More like a capitalism.
9. I got 9 capitalisms.
Okay. As far as you could tell, nothing happens.
Okie dokie.
Watch number 3. This is Kenji, Cassette, and Tavi.
Yeah, so Tavi can
And anybody else who's already slept fully.
Right. So Tavi, you lose 1 level of exhaustion because you got 8 hours.
Okay, and then I'll just read as long as I can.
Okay. Cassette and Kenji and Tavi, if you look up from your book, is there anything that you want to talk about or do?
I'll just read unless someone catches my attention for some reason.
Cassette's still in a very grumpy mood, which she thinks she's hiding well, but she's not.
Grumpy because people were drawing from the deck?
Yes, absolutely.
At least Sid didn't.
She would not have allowed it.
Cosette.
Chop his hand off.
I don't like to see that.
Say that again, Kenji?
Hey, Cosette.
Yes, Sir Kenji?
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
You alright over there?
Yeah.
You seem to be fuming.
Oh, sorry. I meant to hide it, but I never had a poker face when it comes to this sort of. I guess that's why my advisor comes in so much handy. But no, I'm not in a good mood. I'm very disappointed in so many of us that drew from that deck.
Why?
Because it's just bad. I don't have a good way of explaining it, but it's like they didn't care. They didn't care about, all the bad things that could have happened to them or to the people around them. They were only thinking about themselves. And that's so disappointing.
Well, it seems like it worked out all right for him.
No, getting the wrong message.
I don't think so. I mean, I know I'm not the only one that heard that awful cackle when Intu drew something, despite how happy he looked.
It
Oh,
was Deus.
Oh, she said it.
okay.
Brimstone and fire.
It's been retconned.
I think that might have been Deus that drew the laughter card.
Oh, I was trying not to look. I'm sorry. But
Look,
who
any
knows? Maybe.
foul thing that gets brought down upon all of us, and we'll be able to handle it. Not the first time we went up to bat for a member of the team, you know?
Yeah. But usually, isn't it when it's not their fault? I mean, I know I haven't been around a lot. Well, as long as anyone, really. But I would have thought that if they made their own bed, they ought to sleep in it.
I mean, in a way, we all make our own beds, Cosette. Sometimes fate tips its hand on the scale, but we all make choices.
No. I guess you just have to be careful about whose bed we share then, huh?
Yeah, but sometimes with family, it doesn't feel like you have much choice at all, does it?
Oh, no, I don't want to share a bed with family. That sounds
Nope,
that sounds
not.
really
Yep,
uncomfortable.
okay, yeah.
Graham, you would be reading.
Yeah, I suppose that would be uncomfortable. We got mixed metaphors there, and bad things happen to that sentence.
Too deep down.
It's all over the place.
Metaphors, I love that word.
Courtesy of Adam.
It's a mixed up metaphor.
Was there anything
I
else?
guess-
Look at the end.
Sorry.
I guess it could have been worse. Not everyone drew a card, thankfully. You didn't draw a card, did you?
No, I didn't. I don't, What? What happened?
Oh, I did.
No, I haven't. You
Yes.
Oh, the past tense, that's true.
I don't know who put this deck in my hand.
Oh no.
I'm glad,
Well-
Kenji. I mean it. That really makes me glad that you didn't draw from that awful, terrible deck. And she kind of reaches over and just like gently gives his hand a pat.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to draw from something after most of the good ones had been taken, right? That's just simple math.
Kenji gets it, man.
See, that's what I mean. You have more assurance that if you were to draw something terrible, well, if you were to draw something, it most likely definitely would be pretty terrible. But they didn't even think about that. They just said, well, whatever. I just want to see what happens because I'm greedy. See, you're smart, Kenji.
I mean,
I like you.
I'm not sure entirely if it's greed on their behalf.
Oh, for the record, Int only drew after he saw all the rubies.
I do very much worry about Into, though. I very much worry about that one.
It was all agreed.
You had a long conversation with him before?
What's that?
Have you had a very long conversation with him before? Or
No,
at all?
when he starts talking about how capitalism is the end all be all, my brain kind of fries and I gotta excuse myself.
I
don't.
Traveling with him was very. I learned a lot, but he's something.
He and I have very different philosophies when it comes to life and taking care of others.
Oh my god.
All right.
Are Are there
Go
any
ahead.
purely capitalistic societies in Eorzea?
Ulda.
Ulda.
God, Ulda.
Yeah, Ulda 100%. Probably worse than the United States, to be honest.
Sounds like a hellscape.
Yeah, because they don't even hide that the money buys political power.
Oh, no,
it's
not at all.
actually a recognized political body.
They're referred to as the monetarists. The people that have the most money in the city are the ones who get to govern it.
I feel like we don't hide it either anymore.
Not anymore. Well, no, it's not.
Yeah, but it'd be like, oh, Elon Musk, you became a billionaire. Here's your Senate seat.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Without looking up from my book, Cosette, you ever been to Ulda?
Likely. Well,
That's
yes.
up to
Yes, I did when I was on tour, but actually, before that, I might have actually been born in Ulda, but I'm not sure. It's probably really hard to tell, but I'm actually adopted. But so not originally from Ishgard, and I love my family to death. They've been so wonderful to me. I consider them my actual true family. I do. But they did give me my original last name. It's actually my middle name that they put it with. So I wonder, maybe that's why I can get along kind of well with Intu, since my family might have, well, my blood family might have been from Ulda. Makes sense?
That does make some sense, but if you've had much experience there, that's kind of the society that's built all around money.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
has its advantages, but there's tons of corruption, and if you don't have money, life isn't so great.
Yeah, they told me when I went there to stay out of Sapphire Square. Apparently that's very cutthroat when it comes to wheeling and dealing and whatever else they said, but I think Intu would do pretty well there.
Yeah. Well, monarchies don't always work out, but there's something wrong with a society where everything is based on money.
I agree. Intu seems way too eager sometimes. But is he really happy or is he compensating?
Intu's busy having a nightmare. Oh yeah.
I mean, Intu's still kind of on the lower end of where he would be in Ulda.
Yeah, but he thinks all the money will make him happy. That's sad. But then,
Typically, money will make you happy up to a point, certainly, right? To the point where you have the things that you need. After that, it's... Well, I'll take it from me. Having all the extra money doesn't buy you a ton.
right? Right! See, you came from a house in Garlean, didn't you? Not, well, of course, a house, but you know what I mean. A house. Capitalized house. Capitalism. Oh my gosh. You had a name for your house, correct? Maybe?
You could say that, but Garlemald, like I said, is a little different. It's a monarchy type system, so you don't have to really worry about people buying themselves into power. Although people still win power through favoritism and stuff, so it's got its faults too.
Yeah, but we sort of come from the same background. I was lucky and got adopted into a very well-off family. So I'm growing up, I never really wanted for anything, but I definitely didn't have everything. I wasn't spoiled, but it still bothers me that other people think that money can be the key to happiness. It helps. It definitely opens doors, but Some of them are still locked.
That's true, but again, that's something that I've found you have to let people figure out for themselves.
Well, I hope he figures it out soon. 'Cause what if he did draw a very, very terrible card? If he's willing to do that, then what else is he willing to do for money?
Tricks on
The arc is just.
You gotta
started.
ask, you can't afford it.
Okay, so with that, Kenji, Tavi, Sherman, Cassette, did you have anything else that you want to do during your watch?
Read as
Not
much as I
have so
can.
many deep thoughts. No, well, it was nice talking with both of you, but I'm going to go back on patrol, and I'll be back in 20 minutes. I can tag one of you in. All right? She's gonna go
All right.
on her little patrol up and down the aisles of books.
Kenji, did you say nothing else at the moment?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Soul, you're sleeping.
True. Having just no dreams, I bet.
No dreams whatsoever until you do.
Yes.
At which point, just filling your vision is this mask right here, which gradually transforms into this mask.
Okay.
Cool.
And you just hear a familiar voice that you had heard earlier today. This really is unacceptable. I asked for a strong, able-bodied Garlean, not this half-broken thing. What have you gone and done to yourself?
That's rude.
Can't speak for yourself now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. I thought it was hard to speak.
Oh, I thought you were it's me and my dream you're talking?
What do you have to say for yourself?
I think I'm plenty strong. I just drew from a deck of many things.
Peer pressure.
The mask just stares at you. Like you can't see any eyes or pupils or anything. It's just you feel it staring at you.
Doesn't feel like that was the right answer.
Tell me, why shouldn't I just kill you right now and put you out of our misery?
Despite my failing so far, I think I have more to offer you.
Yes, but the way you are right now, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. You've not really given me a compelling reason not to.
Why kill me when, if I'm not living, you could just make me alive?
There's that spark that I saw. Sweet dreams. And it just fades away.
Doesn't feel so sweet.
Your -2 to saving throws is now only -1.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that a lot.
That's not
I
as
like
bad.
that a lot.
Saved by my wit.
Excellent. That's a little fun, thank you, David.
You don't usually say that after I give you dreams.
That was a good dream.
Okay. Morning comes for those of you who are still asleep. Your watch ends. Everybody's awake. What are you doing?
Is the coffee working?
It's not heating itself. There is a place where you can light a fire underneath it to heat it.
Yes. Into sad.
Okay.
Looking at the coffee pot longingly.
I will go and make coffee.
Oh,
So what have we decided? Are we headed to Idleshire or are we headed back to Ishgard? Or elsewhere?
Well, I was thinking from what we were saying, we're probably going to go to Idleshire, drop off books, and then go back to Ishgard.
yes.
To save time, if you want to do that, I'll just charge you the teleportation fees for Idleshire and Ishgard, and then I'll give you what Rowena would pay you.
But yeah,
I didn't have anything
kind
else
of-
to do besides turn the books in, so unless anybody...
I'm gonna put the book of decks back in my bag after I've read it for 8 hours. You know,
Okay.
Are we
It'll be-
gonna?
Evan, I think this book, this one about exercise, would actually be pretty good for you. But I don't know if you could meet the requirements, man.
Let me think about it. I don't really like reading.
Wait,
There's a lot of reading, dude.
there's a book about exercise?
Yeah, that's the strength one.
Give it to Omega.
Nah, I mean, if Kevin doesn't want to try reading, I could try reading if it's about exercise.
You gotta read for like 48 hours.
Oh, fuck, never mind.
I think you have to 40.
I mean, I could give it a read if y'all need someone to read something, you know.
Yeah, Kenji's
you
a much
guys.
better reader than I am.
You guys figure that out offline.
Yeah.
And include John in that if you can, please. All right. So you get 3,500 for selling the books for Owena, and she looks pleased at the books and disappointed that you don't have an imp, and you won't sell Aeol.
Do I have to give the cage back?
But she asked for it back.
She asked for it back?
Yeah.
Can I buy it off of her?
No, sell it back to her.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll sell you that cage. 100 golden gil.
Whoa. I grabbed the cage. How much is it worth?
What I just said.
No, with my abracadabra kiss. Is it really worth 100?
No, it's worth like 2 gold at most. It is enchanted. It's still only 2 gold. The enchantment just means that it can't be broken out of by magical creatures.
So do you tell me that?
Yeah, I don't know, discreetly.
I'll offer 5 gold for it.
All right.
How much was the?
So you have 39. Wait. 34.95. is what you
And a
got.
cage.
You should have had Into Persuader to take it for -5 gold.
No, that's what I was gonna. The Rwandan buyback or something.
What the fuck?
Oh, what's that?
I don't know, but it sounded fucked up.
No. Movie Will Ferrell's in it. Jeremy Priven. They're all used car salesmen.
Oh, the goods?
The goods. That's what it is. You go to do a. You
I
bring
didn't
your
watch
car
it.
to do a trade-in,
Yeah.
and then they sell it back to you. That's the Rwandan buyback.
It's terrible.
This is a nice little piece of information. Everyone's brain.
Okay.
It will carry it through
The plan would be that we Aetheryte to Idleshire, but tree teleport directly to Sid's manor.
Sure.
Because you put a tree in his manor.
I mean, he's got trees in his backyard.
Trees everywhere.
That's fine. To go to Idleshire from outside of the Great Google Library because the spell was not working indoors. It costs 25 golden gil per person. It's a short distance.
It's the rate too.
Yeah.
So 250.
And
You want to
somebody,
deduct that from the
and
book
somebody
cost?
else for Lanfifi as well.
Oh no, I'm only subtracting 25 from the book cost. I don't know where you guys are getting your gold from. Did you want to ask if I would use the gold? Soul would if you asked. So.
Does Soul want to ask politely to be transported via a tree?
I didn't know you had to ask for it.
If Soul wants to ask me to contribute, or if I'm contributing for the Aetheryte teleport, then Soul can get left behind when everyone else teleports via trees.
Now I live in Idleshire.
Alright.
I got 3,500 gold. I'm living on high.
I guess I live here now.
Okay. So,
You can take it out of my stuff.
sure. Lanfifi is awake, but not super talkative at the moment. Just kind of contemplative.
Hey sis, I got you this book.
A book about cleaning methods?
No, it's how to disappear completely. How to disappear completely.
It specifically says here how to get stains out of things and make them disappear.
Ah, shoot. I'm just in the wrong book.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah, what am I
You
doing
don't
here?
belong here.
I just wish I had a perfect soul. Oh!
I see what you did there. Okay. However, you teleport via tree directly inside of Sid's manor.
This is
How's it
very...
looking?
Manor looks fine.
Oh, okay.
The staff is a little surprised to see you enter via tree.
Are all the traps I've laid around still working?
You laid traps in
Yeah.
the man.
Oh.
Well, no, because I didn't know about them.
Have any of the servants died?
No.
Staff.
Well, at least it worked.
All right. We have any plans for today?
Do we have to talk to what Henrietta or whatever her name is?
Hilda.
Hilda.
I was wondering about why she lied to Sid's face about Emmerich's mission.
It's all the same to you. I don't really plan on leaving the manor. I have a couple of things I'd like to do, and I can do that from here.
I know we just slept, but I'm still pretty tired. So if anyone needs me, just come get me. I'm gonna go up to the room and try to sleep another 8 hours.
Gotcha.
No, I mean, just how much time did it take for us to walk out of the library, teleport, turn in the books, teleport
No
back?
more than an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, both the teleports are pretty instant.
Okay, I mean, just
The majority of the time was leaving the library and then talking to Rowena.
Okay.
Cassette's gonna excuse herself momentarily to go to the Ishgardian markets or something.
Okay. Something that you do notice while you're out there is the streets do not seem to be as busy as normal. It's a lot quieter.
Oh, where's the giant gem?
I'm guessing Cassette would have left that in the manor.
I was wondering about that. Would she have taken it with her if it was? Did Intu make it known that this is just a dead battery?
I didn't know that.
No, I mean, Intu read the book while you were sleeping.
Oh, I didn't.
So.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
It looks cool.
Yeah. Wanted it for something.
I would have wanted it for reasons anyway.
Okay, all right then. Cassette would have brought it with her then if he still
Nothing
wanted
else.
it.
Intu will sell it to someone for a few thousand gold.
Yeah. Well, you want to buy it?
The way it looks right now is it looks like a hunk of glass, more or less.
I'll give it to 500.
Me?
No? How about 400?
Wow. Anyway, Cassette, something else that you noticed, quite a few of the stalls and shops are closed or boarded up.
Oh, this is odd. It's farmers market day. Place is usually bustling.
There's a lot of farmers for sale.
Really? Farmers only, though.
Yeah, no.
Are there any bears
She
for
kinda-
sale? It's a bear market. Yeah.
Is there anyone else at all there, or is it just Cassette pretty much?
No, there's stuff that you. What are you looking for specifically?
Well, since she's first noticed or kind of got distracted that there's not a lot of people there, she's going to stop by one of the closest stalls to her, and she'd like to ask the stall person there, what happened? Why is it so slow today?
The high houses and the broom faction are warring. Where have you been?
Again? Okay. Oh, thank you.
And Cassette's, knowing this information, she's going to quicken her pace and head down to a flower stall in the market.
Okay, there is one that is selling flowers.
Okay, she's going to beeline over to it and make an order for not a bouquet, maybe like 3 or 4 flowers. And she hands the person a piece of paper with the delivery address for it and the person the flowers are for.
Okay, you'll have to tell me later. But is that all you wanted to do?
Yeah, after she's done that, she's going to hurry on back to the to Sid's manor and report to Sid what she heard at the market.
Okay. Metagaming for a second here. Mike, you're for sure not able to make it next week?
Really up in the air.
Okay.
I would say more likely not.
Okay. We are about ready to end for the night. If you had anything specifically that you wanted to do that you might not be able to do next week, I would say do that now. Or if anybody had anything that they wanted to get done, I don't want to cut down the role play, but at the same time, we are running out of time. So.
Yeah, that's definitely concerning. I really don't want to spend much more time there than we have to. I'm going to go looking for Beatrice.
Okay. She looks like a basket of nerves, but holding it in as best she can.
I don't want to bother you, Beatrice, but I have a favor to ask. Or if there's anybody that you could send that could get there safely or get a message out safely, I'd really like to have a meeting with Sid Garland and Sir Emmerich.
Yes, Master Verlaine. Sorry, I'm beside myself at the moment.
Take your time and however you could do it the safest way. Individually, I'd like to meet with them. They're welcome to come here.
Not at the same time?
Not at the same time, preferably.
Okay. I will send someone out to
Thank
collect
you.
them. Is there anything else that you need? Some food, perhaps? Something planned?
I mean, I'm sure everybody else is very hungry, so any kind of food or
We'll get cooking right away.
Excellent.
She seems excited to have something to do, you know.
And I'm going to go immediately up. I'm going to take the crystal and go immediately up to the meeting/war room on the 3rd floor and wait.
Which crystal?
The book crystal guy.
Okay. The battery. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to do?
Sol would be asking Deus if she would help put the mandolin, like do the combination with the.
I was actually going to bring that
bow.
up to you in play, but we didn't get a chance to. So, but before we do that, real quick, as Sid's going up, I'm going to go up to him and say, like, "Wow, Professor, you're so brave. You know, you're calling a meeting, you're having everyone have breakfast and everything after our trip. I don't know how you would do it. If people are around here trying to kill me, I wouldn't want to hang around Ishgard at all. I don't know how you do it. You're such an inspiration to me. I just wanted you to know that."
Thanks, Zeus. To tell you the truth, I really don't think we should spend a lot of time here either, if we can help it right now. All I need to do is talk to Sid Garland and Emmerich, and then I have nothing to do. So if we have anything else to do elsewhere, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, I was just thinking that maybe we should go back to Ophiatoros and see how the construction's going and also how the village is doing, since there was a lot of upheaval there and we kind of left them fairly quickly. And there's no assassins there, just ninjas.
Yeah, I'm all for it. That sounds like a great idea.
All right, great. I'm gonna pack.
Well, if I can conveniently find both Deus and Sid in the same spot.
Yeah.
Hey. So, pulling the cards, I think maybe we kind of a little bit stronger. But Deus, I'm gonna need your help making sure that I'm still good at this.
Oh, sure. I'll punch you in the face.
Yeah. I also wanted to get you both because I think maybe not right now. You look like you're busy, but I think at some point I need to talk about this book I have.
Absolutely, Omega. Definitely willing to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, maybe it'll give you a little more insight onto everything.
For sure. Yeah, I mean that's certainly something we can do once we get all the mess out of this and get on our way.
That sounds great. And you'll be there 2 days?
Oh yeah, definitely. A mentor is always there for her students.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Anything else? All right. Mike, we can do side RP for the Sid and Emmerich stuff.
Nice.
We can work out what happens, and then you could write it.
Okay.
Side conversation. I think that'd be fun. Okay. With that, we will close out for the night. But it was a good session. Yes, interesting things afoot. many threads to be grasped.
And thrown.
Deck of many threads.
I'm surprised at how many of you took cards from the deck of many things, to be honest.
All pretty dumb.
Me too. I'm so disappointed.
That speech you gave, Jess, was so good. And the funny thing is, if it wasn't for what Co said about having your wishes, I probably wouldn't have pulled from the deck.
And if he didn't pull from the deck, I would have.
Yeah, and I definitely didn't do it myself.
On the other hand, I think overall we got mostly positive things. Like some of the negative things just got canceled out.
As far as you know.
I mean, like the one that didn't do anything to AO.
Right. Anyway, so AO and Omega are both one level higher than the group, so you're both level 12.
So that makes
Just
Omega
so you
in
know.
charge, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm officially stronger than Kenji. Or not Kenji, than Kevin.
That's true.
Well, we still don't know if Kevin's gonna draw.
This is also true.
We can talk about it later, but just so the two of you know, I'm planning that you guys can be level 12 now, but the next time the group levels up, you won't. That way everyone's even again.
Yeah. That's what happened to Tavi or Eric's character last time.
Yes. Because I like everybody being on even footing.
All right.
Two.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Spags, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You're welcome to watch anytime.
Right. Yeah, thanks, man.
I liked your commentary. That was funny. Yeah, other than that, good night. Bye.
Good night.
Night, y'all.
Good night, guys.
It's good to play D&D after a week off. I was jonesing last week. I'm like, why do I feel off? Oh, because we didn't play D&D.
And it felt like it was like so long. I was like, I feel like I haven't played in like 2 months. I was talking to my
Right.
wife. I was like, what the hell happened?
We created a monster.
It's true.
Nobody wants to see Marshall anymore. They want Shady. I'm chopped liver. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Where did
that was
this
good.
mini come from? Oh god, it's very heavy.
That's mine. It's one of mine. That was Prince Treon from our campaign, our first campaign that we ran, like 2015 through 2016.
Oh, is that the
Or 2017, yeah. And so he was one of the princes of Sandoria, and he turned on the group and also mind controlled one of the players to stab John's character in the back, literally.
John, I've seen John play.
Yeah, you don't need a mind control for that. I mean, it's bound to happen.
He just kind of gave him the
I had a good time.
Yeah, so Alex, next time we're in session, I was going to bring up something about the fight and what I saw Soul do.
Oh.
So that'll segue into the crafting stuff.
Do you want to do that in session, or do you want to do that in the side RP chat?
Well, it's up to Alex, whatever he's doing, but I don't know if you got time to do stuff on the side.
He's always on Discord.
I can
Oh, are you?
try and find. I am. I can pop in while I'm working pretty easily. It's just the extended attention, I guess I can give it. Is
Okay.
It's touch and go day to day.
Well, yeah, but if you do
Well,
it in
that's
that
why- if you do it in the-
forum thread, then it's basically just like a message board.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just,
perfect.
like,
And then
perfect.
I could
Yeah,
transfer
yeah.
that to a Word document
Oh,
and save it
perfect.
with the rest
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
journals.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't done the side RP yet. So.
Yeah, so we could do that. We'll,
Yeah, that sounds great to me.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry, I just with the
Oh yeah. Oh. Come through. Oh yeah, I can do that for sure, and then just leave everything in the dark. So the side RP channel is basically just you having a conversation with Deus in this case.